Welcome to Indy.
I love to compete. You know, I want to be one of the best that ever played.
Give Matthew his MVP.
For the stars of tomorrow, the journey begins now.
Oh, hurdles him in.
That's why he won the Heisman Trophy.
I'm a backyard football player, getting open, catching the ball.
I'm a guy that'll make you miss, that'll run through you.
I want to be great, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to be great.
When you get picked up by somebody, you can turn the tide of somebody's organization.
The new sack king.
Who at the NFL Scouting Combine will turn into the stars of tomorrow.
Another highlight reel performance.
Put something on tape. We are going right now.
An opportunity to take another step toward their dreams.
I'm just excited to see where I can possibly take the team.
This is the NFL Scouting Combine.
Their defensive tackles are currently on the screen, and why is that, Daniel?
Well, we're going to see this group up first. There's some big, powerful men, and going back to my previous point, very similarly graded. You got 5 guys between number 27 and 41 for me. Leading us off is Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech, who's someone who just kept getting better and better for that dominant Texas Tech defense this year, and then was able to parlay what you saw at the end of the year into the All-Star game setting at the Senior Bowl. And we'll see how we can finish up the process here at the Combine, all the way through to Kristen Miller, Peter Woods. It is a really, really good group. You don't take my word for it, though, Rich. Let's
see some footage.
Let's see these guys move around. Here's Hunter, and again, this is a very big man at 6'3.5", 318 pounds. This is the game against Oregon in the playoffs. From the very first snap, he made his presence known. Then Peter Woods. He was a little bit heavier in 24, played around 319, 320 pounds. He's lightened up to the point now where he's under 300 pounds and someone who moves around really well and has a chance to be a disruptive interior player.
Dancing Bears, you hear them called. Sometimes Warren Sapp referred to his own defensive tackle group as a bunch of bowling balls of butcher knives, and they're going to be rolling down the 40-yard dash line. Big men running.
But then I was on the 40s instead of the 10s.
So we're... Okay, so you'd be timing at the end is what you're saying.
Yes, but I would come home from every pro day.
Fold 6'6" and a quarter into a starter's position for 40. He's a 505.
He had an all-out effort sack against Diego Pavia. You pop on the Vanderbilt game. He plays hard.
I think he's a 5'11" runner.
DNA match.
This past year, right, you had Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy, both drafted in the top half of the first round. You know,
they had an effect in the Super Bowl.
They certainly did.
Brandon Cleveland of NC State.
Okay, buckle up, Rich.
Why are we buckled
first
for Zane
buckle. It's the
Durant,
first
sir?
buckle up because he is very, very explosive. And every year we have Penn State guys that come in here with big reputations, and they always live up to it.
It's a nice start. Look at that split.
He got out.
Oh, boy. Thank you for telling me to buckle. 40 of Bryson Eason. Slight improvement.
Well, that's why you get 2 cracks at it.
Hear the exhales prior to taking off on a nice split.
It's a really good start.
4.88.
It's a great, and that's where the lateral range, and that's when he runs over the guard and the running back on the way to pick up a sack. So he's got a little lower body twitch and explosiveness to him. We'll see if it translates to the time here.
There's your split. 4.83. Nicely done. Here's Lee Hunter. Again, the top-ranked player at this position. Daniel Jeremiah's top 50 prospects board. Trying to improve on that 40 time. If he can, and he does.
Nicely done. That's a big improvement.
Stacy?
What a personality. DJ and I talked about this week with Lee Hunter, such a leader for his defensive front, but big time trash talker. Guys, at his media, the assembly at his media riser was kind of spectacular. And interestingly, he said, if I talk trash to you, I'm going to get your best. And when I get your best, you're going to get me better.
And who it comes up with.
Keenan, Charles, Jackie Marshall of Baylor.
It's a great time. That was a smooth run.
Chris McClellan of Missouri ran his 40.
He's got a lot of size and length, 34-inch arms, and those are solid numbers.
Southeastern Louisiana
he got out.
Lion.
That was a smooth.
Albert Regis.
Let's finish up strong here.
4.92. He's moving.
Oh, yeah.
4.88. There you go. That's a strong finish. Our first simulcam of the combine, sir. It's Zane Durant with Dak from his year in 2016 and Mahomes the year after that.
I feel like we do this to Mahomes every year, by the way.
Yeah, and then he complains about it. Rightfully so, I might add. But the defensive tackles are getting bigger and faster every year.
As for your final 40s for Group 1, Zane Durant, he was scooting out there, Charles Davis.
It is absolutely unbelievable when we look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys under 4'9". Not even getting to 5, and we're talking 290-pound plus for every one of them.
All right, so let's take a look at some of the best performances of the day. Lee Hunter, the best defensive tackle in the group, according to our Daniel Jeremiah. You saw him at the Senior Bowl. He just continued to wow us.
He certainly does, and when you talk about a man this big, getting on his feet and making these types of moves, look at him go over the bags. Look at how light he is on his feet, despite the fact we're talking about 320-plus pounds, and then change of direction, turn and go. Not going to be like the edge guys we're going to see later, but everything else we're seeing is really starting to check the boxes when he goes through the bags. Watch the spin move right here. Comes through it again, rip. Now you got to go up and under and down.
We mentioned Zane Durant, a 4.75. Only 3 players over the last 2 decades have run a faster 40 at 290-plus pounds. That group includes Mario Williams, Teron Armstead, Lane Johnson, pretty good football players. What do you think of this kid?
Really good football players, but I think that maybe he had the best on-field work of any of the defensive linemen did Zane Durant of Penn State. Look at how fluid his movements are. Still has the balance. You see how he just wrapped there and came right down the line of scrimmage square? That's what you're looking for. No wasted movement, staying tight to the line of scrimmage, going and getting the quarterback. Look at him with the bend, pick it up, put it back down.
Darrell Jackson Jr. did not run. It's hard to believe this body frame is 315 pounds, Charles.
And with that fro, perfect
Yes.
here in Indianapolis. He could have played with the old
ABA. I love it.
Opposite George McGinnis. But look at again, the footwork, the quickness as he goes through it, maybe a tad high in terms of what he's doing. He's got to drop down just a little bit, but it's all right there for you. We've had him come to the Senior Bowl after being at the East-West, and he was very impressive in his few days there.
Football on a stick, making its return.
Did you see the get off?
Yeah.
On the snap? And look at him bend down, place it down. The only thing there, lost his inside ski. Got himself back up.
Way to stick with the Winter Olympics theme. Well done. Caden McDonald also didn't run, played his college ball a little bit east and north here at Ohio State. One of the best around.
Yeah, one of the best around. And another one of those stories of waiting your turn at a big school and loaded with talent and then emerging and in one season making a name for yourself. I believe he's Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. First season as a starter at Ohio State. Made his bones that way, and when you see him right here, you see all the movement and all, but does that body type say run stuffer? Absolutely. Good luck trying to move him off the line of scrimmage.
Could be one of 4 Ohio State defenders that goes in the top 25 of this draft or so. Caleb Banks, he cut his day short because of a cleat issue, and don't laugh at that because he missed most of the college season with a foot injury, but he definitely has some athleticism too.
I mean, look at that. When you're jumping out there 9'6", verticaling at 32 inches, good shoes, bad shoes,
right?
That all works.
Grayson Halton, good athlete as well out of OU.
Stuck the landing too to make it a 9'6" broad jump. That power coming out of your stance and exploding into an offensive lineman. And look at the vertical, 36.5.
Also ran a 4.82, which is pretty good. Albert Regis Out of Texas A&M, one of 13 Aggies out here. Of course, his collegiate head coach stopped by with Rich and DJ in the booth.
You think Coach Mike Elko's got a proud disposition
Should
right
be.
now? And while we're watching all this, you see these vertical jump numbers, 34, 36, 36 and a half? Those are numbers little guys are going to jump.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to see those out of them as well. And we're talking about these big people going up in the air and putting up these types of numbers.
Durant is going to be interesting. Obviously, he's a little vertically challenged, no pun intended with the vertical jump, but he did make almost 40 starts there in Happy Valley.
When you look at the top players in this draft class, these are just inside my top 21 guys here, starting with 3 guys who are worthy of a top 10 pick with Bailey, Reese, and Bain. And then there's much longer list beyond Mesidor and Howell. I mean, you can get into 9, 10 guys who've got a chance to be first or early second round picks. It is a really, really loaded class. And one of the more intriguing guys, and probably the largest discussion on a player so far this week in Indianapolis, has been on this guy, Ruben Bain Jr., because the tape is exceptional, and when you watch him, you'll see it all. Relentless effort. He absolutely never stops working. He's got knockback power. If he gets to your chest, he will knock you off your pins. That's a 330-pound tackle at Texas A&M. He went right through. You want to kick him inside, let him rush over guards. He's too quick. He's too powerful. He's able to win there. They threw lots of attention to him. Indiana tight end, not going to happen. He's able to defeat that block with those violent hands and get home. And just the overall rugged physicality, just chucking dudes. Every tape you watch, you see it with him. Now, the comparison, and here's the discussion point. You look at Melvin Ingram, was a great player with the Chargers. You look at that arm length number, 31.5, which is extremely low. Bain came under 31. And we've talked about Ruben Bain, but how about his teammate and Akeem Mesidor, who, if you've watched the Miami Hurricanes on their march to the national championship game, you couldn't help but notice number 3 and number 4. How about the violent hands? You'll see it when he's working outside as well as when he's working inside. The bend and close. We've seen this exact drill. Can you keep it tight and can you close and finish? He's excellent in that department. Then again, over guards, both him and Bain, they are a nightmare inside. A little inside-out move. Able to get home there. And then how about this meeting at the quarterback between number 3 and number 4?
Who are you keeping your eyes on here with the edge?
Well, listen, there's so many great ones here, but one in particular, because we saw Lee Hunter here, the defensive tackle, had an exceptional year at Texas Tech. Guess who he played next to? A guy by the name of David Bailey, who we're going to see with the edge rushers here from Texas Tech. A transfer from Stanford. You and I were talking about this off camera. Graduated Stanford in 3 years and then went to Texas Tech on a nice NIL and made a major impact coming off the edge, rushing the quarterback, making quarterbacks move, feel them. Look at how he has the offensive tackle back on his heels, has the leverage on him up underneath, and then turns around and finishes off the play. No, that's not the old Houston Oilers. That's the University of Houston wearing those uniforms.
That's not Alan
David
Pinkett
Bailey
getting
from the
tackled?
backside. No, that is not Alan Pinkett getting tackled. And how about the comparison? Brian Burns, the Spider-Man himself with the New York Giants. The comp is there, and David Bailey has that kind of ability.
There he goes.
Long stride.
4.85. 4.162 is the split. 4.51 for David Bailey. That is a box checked.
Yeah, and I said those top guys, 4.55. He went right underneath that, and I think he didn't have a total clean start either. I think he can go faster and potentially get into the 4.4s.
We'll see for his second time, but
that little stumble initially there, and then he got out and rolled.
I mean, the guys who are 4 and 5 on your list, Darvell Reese and Sonny Styles, are all in the running for a top 10 pick, if not maybe second overall in this draft. Jay-Sean Barham.
He's a good player. He's running.
Terrific at Michigan. Made 1.64 split. And a 4.64 40.
Really good time.
Terrific. You said really solid.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got faster to go at his pro day, Rich. I'm trying to put a little carrot out there for him.
All right. He's gums, damn it. 39 vert for height. Not too shabby.
He plays hard.
Nice split. 4.64. He's 21 on Daniel Jeremiah's draft board at a combine, running a 40 with a great split and a nice time.
He's another one that's going to be a part of the arm conversation. His arms are shorter than Ruben Bain's, but you see him win with the speed and burst off the edge, and he never stops. Both those guys very relentless players. Yeah, he's 6th overall.
And he's your 3rd pass rusher. Tavius Hutchins. 4.74 has been improved upon.
So it's great to get all this stuff in, and then we can get on with our draft process.
What do you look for when you're watching the defensive line group?
For how you guys are able to get all the way to the finish line as you're at an event like this. Not only guys you could be looking at the bottom of the 1st round, but really all throughout the draft. How important is it to build out the depth of
edge? So it's just, you want to be waves of defense.
He can split. 4.55. All right, so we're seeing some 4.5s now.
I actually saw some of the guys in the interviews. I was like, man, I'm sorry, I screwed up the whole recruiting process. Like, if you went to Michigan, it would have been way better.
Against South Carolina was awesome in the Senior Bowl. That's a great 10 split.
Stride.
That's awesome. That's great for him. That's a really good time for him.
Charles?
For Josh Allen down in the red zone, and be a nice compliment to Khalil Shakir and those tight ends.
26th overall, the Bills draft.
He's running.
Ryder with a nice split, and then a 4.79.
R. Mason Thomas came in at 212 pounds at Oklahoma and has built himself up. He's built his body up, and he's built up as a player. They lost his lid. Lost his hat about the 30, 35. 14.5 sacks, 2 sacks in the Senior Bowl.
He's rolling. 4.74.
Another one had a nice all-star game, the East-West game with a sack safety.
4.9 flat.
That's a wrap for your edge rushers who came out of the gate fast. We had 4 of them sub 4.640s, led by the valedictorian of this class, David Bailey, who I'm sure grabbed the attention of the New York Jets, who sit currently at 2 after their trade of Jermaine Johnson earlier on Thursday, and probably a bunch of other teams. We are down on the field as we get ready to get you set for the 3rd and final group of the day with the linebackers. We'll talk about Sonny Styles momentarily, but it's Charles Davis, Chris Rose with you. You got to hang out with the edge rushers.
Yeah,
pretty much as billed.
I mean, you mentioned the 4 that broke 4.5, or in the 4.5s and broke 4.6. That was 10 that were under 4.7. I mean, it's just crazy with what we're doing, all right? David Bailey, who may be the number 2 pick in this draft, came here, and oftentimes we see guys just kind of pick and choose what they're going to do. David Bailey did not miss a rep. He did everything in the on-field drills, and he did not disappoint, Chris Rose. There's a reason he was a double-digit sack guy last year at Texas Tech, and I'm telling you right now, people are evaluating where does he come off the board, and it's going to be early.
Yeah, so he graduated early from Stanford, which is impressive enough, right?
3 years for a degree.
So he had 14.5 sacks in 3 seasons with the Cardinal, 14.5 where he tied for the FBS mark.
1 year at Texas Tech.
Not bad at all. There were plenty of other guys that certainly wowed us as well. You and DJ couldn't get over the role of Malachi Lawrence out there.
Hey, listen, this is not a guy that many people were talking about. You see him stumble, but look at the recovery, and then go and get it done. Now watch him go over the bags. Look at the smoothness. Eyes are up for the most part, seeing the coach, making the break, redirecting, and off he goes. I got a text from a player personnel guy in the league who said, hey, I liked him early. I had a 3rd-round grade on him. That number may go up for this young man.
Yeah, 20 career sacks, ran a 4.52 in the 40, and did a little bit of everything on this day. And
look at him getting down and running the hoop. Look at the bend. Pick it up, put it down, controlled, and then look how tight he stays going down the line. And now, even out in this open
go get it.
Drills.
Go get it. That's like CD back in Tennessee.
Look at him. You can just imagine pinning the receiver to the sideline and snatching.
You know, Cassius Howell's going to be one of those interesting players because he was so productive at Texas A&M, but
you're going to hear about the arm length.
Right, and the measurables and everything else. What'd you see?
So saw what we saw at Texas A&M. when you watched him play the game, he played with an unbridled joy, didn't he? A passion and energy each and every snap. And I think he went through his drills in similar fashion. You see, this is what DJ was talking about the arm length, that for him, he's got to really get down there to pick things up and put it back down, because they don't want you dropping it from height. They want you picking it up, putting it down, and showing that bend and flexion. But look at him moving so smoothly out in open field drills for guys used to just rushing straight ahead and going and getting the quarterback. I don't care if he double or triple catches it. He caught it.
Keldrick Falk, one of the youngest players that's going to be available in the draft from Auburn. He did not run the 40, but you certainly saw the athleticism on full display.
Yeah, and you know, it's the versatility, and you're using the right word for it, because where are you going to play him? In different spots on different downs and distances, more than likely. Does he move inside over the guards in certain pass rush situations? Does he stay out on the edge? Can you drop him into coverage? Are you going to bring him in from different places? This young man is pretty darn good, and you mentioned how young he is.
Yeah, he's super toolsy,
so
and obviously he didn't have the productivity that he wanted his last year at Auburn. There's no question about it, but there's coaches that are going to say, boy, let me have a shot at him.
Okay, remember Adafe Owe? Talk about no productivity. He had 0 sacks at Penn State, went in the first round.
That's a great point. Zion Young to finish up this group at Mizzou. You got up close and personal look with him at the Senior Bowl.
Sure did, and it was with Stacey Dales yesterday, and was talking about Zion Young, and she was talking about, did you see the quads on that young man? And he is high-powered. I mean, you talk about horsepower with those quads. Michigan State transfer, goes to Missouri, and does pretty darn well. Had his teammate as a defensive tackler, Chris McKellen. Good luck trying to block those guys when you're trying to play Missouri.
Yeah, good size, 262 pounds. Firecracker out there, ball of energy.
Yeah, and I asked him, what do you like to do in terms of setting people up with a pass rush? And he said, power right out of the gate. After power, everything else comes off of it.
TJ Parker out of Clemson as well. Man, there's so many guys available. The most edge rushers we've ever had going round one. Back in 2019, that was a class led by Nick Bosa back then. And boy, we could get to 7 this year.
Yeah, the numbers there. Look, the DJ has 7 edge rushers in his top 32 out of his initial top 50. So that tells you exactly what we've got going on, because as he said, if we got up to 10 more, there could be 3 or 4 more edge rushers in that. And Parker's a guy that bigger numbers as a junior than as a senior. But we like to say, as they say in the scouting community, grade the flashes. Those flashes his junior year have stayed with people. And he had a big finish his last year with 3 sacks against South Carolina in that annual South Carolina-Clemson game.
43.5-inch vert, 11.2 broad. You know, Nick Emanwuri was the guy that blew it out of this building a year ago and was taken in the second round by the eventual Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. Let's keep in mind, Sonny Styles jumped 43.5, Emanwuri jumped 43, and he's got 24 more pounds on him. So what could we see him do now up in the 40?
I cannot wait to see if this all translates the way when you see the height, weight, speed, and you see vertical jump like that, broad jump like that, it typically converts into a fast 40 time as well. Cannot wait to see this, but look at Styles at 6'5", 244. Metcalf obviously is an outlier at the wide receiver position with his physique and size. Emanwuri did the exact same thing at the safety position, and he helped take Seattle to a Super Bowl, a huge contributor last season. Cannot wait to see the rest of what we're going to see from Sonny Styles.
There he goes. 4.47 to start us off.
That's top speed, so that answers that question. Ace that test.
Golday, second run. He'll stick with the first. That's 2 of them. There he goes. 4.62. Anthony Hill. A Longhorn.
He's got a chance to get in the first round discussion. That didn't hurt.
All right, he's off.
He got out.
4.58.
He beat twice and was not happy with
Jack Kelly live.
It was a smooth 4.58.
Okay. So we've been live.
Teams really like. Clean start. Fast finish.
Feeling good, Lewis.
No question.
Here's Nnamdi Obiizor, TCU, 4.54.
It's a fast group.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you stopping by here as a nice parting gift for you, Jack Andrade, researcher to the Stars over here. All right, here's Arvell Reese. See if he can improve upon his 4.53.
LB20, Vel Reese.
There's sometimes they'll use him as a spy, and then you see this speed just close the perimeter. And it's a 6'4" and change, 240 and change package.
He just looks like he wouldn't even need pads.
No, that's a you know, it's a fact.
Oh, baby. 4.47. Did we just watch a sub 4.540?
Said both of these guys, smart, tough, love to work. Arvell specifically, a little bit shy, but he said he's got a great light about him.
Carson Shire takes a 4.58 and improves it slightly.
128 pounds.
4.64.
Rich, Sonny Styles is coming up next. He told me yesterday I have high expectations for my testing. They have been met. 43.5 vertical. He told me just a few minutes ago it was all right. It was pretty good. Then an 11.2 broad jump. He wants under a 4.540. If he hits below the 4.540, let's call it a hat trick.
Again, that 43.5-inch vertical is the greatest vertical of anybody his size that we have seen. Size in terms of height and weight. We've been doing this event since 2003. Sonny Styles has set a record. And here's his 40. 4.49. Sub 4.5 for Sonny Styles.
So
we'll see what he does for his second crack at it. But how about this for Calvin Johnson? I mean, it is. That's your only reaction you can have, is just to laugh.
That's absurd.
A linebacker and a wide receiver. I mean, the Megatron of defenders. Let's see if Sonny Styles could just seal the show and
what's the
wrap
number?
it up and drop the mic.
What was Reese's number?
4.47. And these are unofficial times.
Sonny Styles likes this building. He was the best player on the field in the Big Ten championship game, and they didn't pull out the win against the Hoosiers, but led the game, 12 tackles. He was all over the field and looks pretty comfortable in his time here today as well.
Sonny Styles does it. Matches the time of his teammate Arvell Reese. 4.47. Just crushing it.
Just a couple cyborgs playing for the Buckeyes this year.
Oh, we may just have to simulcam him along with Reese. Nicely done. And of course, he was the first guy to do it, Caleb Elam-Zor, champ. Boy, did Sonny Styles have a night. A vertex of 43.5, a broad of 11.2, a 40 time of 4.47. And she just tracked him down, Stacey Dales.
I had to track him down. The man of the hour. Sonny, your reaction. Let's start with the 40.
Yeah, I was wanting to hit a 4.45. Some good times, though. I was happy about it. I had a few other good numbers. Now I just got to finish up in the drills.
What did you adjust on the second one? It was slightly better.
Didn't put my hand up as high, and I tried not to pop my head up. I tried to let it come up naturally.
So technical. Just quickly on the 40, 4.35. How high does that feel?
What was that on the, you talking about my 40? The 4.47?
The vertical, excuse me. The 4.3. Yes, 4.35 vertical.
I was hoping to hit a 45, but it's okay. It was a good jump. I'm happy about it. I just got to go finish on the drills, like I said.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Imagine somebody weighing and being as tall as he is, lamenting a 43.5-inch vert that it wasn't another inch and a half, while he's not even out of breath after running a 4.47 40. Sonny Styles again. Just crushed it here. With a vert and a broad and a 40, the triple play, and someone for his size and his weight is just remarkable. One of the more remarkable performances we have seen in the 23 combines that we've covered. I mean, I don't think I'm overstating it, am I?
No, and the thing is, it's not just an athlete. As you see him all the way up there, he's a top 5 player in this draft class. And oh, by the way, when you talk to teams, they said he's crushed the interviews and going through that process as well. So it's the athleticism and the playmaking ability on tape as well as the person that you're getting. And you want to know what he looks like on video. Here it is. Provides that physical presence. Remember, this is a former safety that's dropped down and played linebacker now. Very explosive. He can see little creases, and he's able to use that explosiveness to shoot gaps and collect tackles for loss. You want the ability to play off blocks, destruct blocks, get over the top. Not a problem. Then using that big frame, just swallow up a ball carrier. And you want to be able to rush him? Okay, well, you better get a hand on him, because with that speed, he's going to close in the blink of an eye. As you look at the side-by-side,
Look at that, I mean, Kyle Hamilton. I mean,
he's in a good neighborhood.
There's no question, respectable neighborhood. And again, 6'5", 244, running the 40-yard that he just ran at 4.47. But this vert of 43.5 is the highest of any player 6'4" or taller we've ever measured. We've been doing the combine since coming on the air in 2003. It's the highest since 2003 of any player who weighs in it more than 240 pounds. So somebody this size is not supposed to be doing what he's doing. Seven each. Reese and Styles officially are 4.46.
Jeez.
So the Ohio State had two of the fastest runners tonight, or the two fastest runners, 4.46, just crushing it.
There's some other great times on this list.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely. No question about it.
But that's different. That's for the size speed combo up at the top is crazy.
They're all sub 4.6s on the screen.
Oh, wow. Two of the best times are Rodriguez and Kelly.
Yeah, no question.
In terms of what they are.
Well, we're looking at Reese in that 40 time.
We're going to sprint full speed.
When you go watch the tape, I mean, there's just so much to love about it. And you can kick around the different ideas of how you want to use him. I like him on the edge, but you talk about the speed. We saw it at the 40, and there's the closing burst right there. Once he gets clear, he is gone. Then he's got a lot more shock and power. Like one of the things when you're comparing him with David Bailey, I would give him a little edge here. Just a little more snap, a little more power to him. And then stunts and games, you want to be able to run that. Well, that's where you see that burst is electric on those. And the spying, I was referencing this early, the ability to get sideline to sideline. He just sucks up quarterbacks as they're going to the perimeter with ease. They more than look the part. They're great players, and they're just capping off all the testing with outstanding beginning to these field workouts. Arvell Reese, that's what you want it to look like. And another one, same size, same speed, same athleticism. Smooth as it gets for Sonny Styles.
Framed. I just got brutally frame mogged.
What's the definition of frame mogged? Help me with that.
Overshadowed.
Okay.
Physically overshadowed. Uh-oh, Kyle. Has this really been cooked up? Sonny Styles, CeeDee Lamb, and Kyle Hamilton all together here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sonny Styles, faster at the combine than CeeDee Lamb. And wow, somebody got frame mogged one more time. How many times can we frame mog you? Kyle Hamilton, stay tuned, because we're still just getting started out here watching these linebackers. So talented. Back with more in a moment. So we're watching Owen Heineke go through the latest drill.
We're killing it. Keep this up. Backers are the best. Shuffle.
Packers are the best.
Shuffle. Go.
It's been an awesome group.
Good. Get out of there. Drive your elbows out. Good.
Is that Jason Tarver barking it out right now?
I believe
Perfect.
so.
Foot right on the numbers. Love that. Shuffle. Run. Shuffle. Go. Okay, there you go. Good. Finish it.
Good job. Get back up and finishing the drill.
Love the finish. Well done. Okay, right. You love your stance. I love that. Shuffle. Run. Shuffle. Go. Nice, Kyle. Get out of the break.
That was smooth.
Good job. Good drill. Make sure we're running full speed at coach. Full speed at coach. All right. I like these cleats. Here we go. Shuffle. Run.
There's a lot of positivity from coach.
That is Jason Tarver to a T.
Go faster on the
No
run.
pun intended.
Here we go. Here we go, Arvell. Shuffle. Run. Shuffle. Go. Yeah, full speed. Get out of it. Love that. Love that. Now we go. Good catch.
I found myself getting closer to Jason Tarver. His energy just bringing me closer to him.
I love it. Shuffle. Rodriguez has had a heck of a workout. He's just following the wrong guy.
Let's go. Good. That's the way to run full speed.
That's
Good catch.
he's got outstanding ball skills.
All right, here we go. Get right
He's
up
a
on the
natural
line.
catcher.
Perfect. Love
It's been a good group catching the ball.
Run. Shuffle. Go. Good. Yeah, that rolled it. There it is. Full speed to coach. I like it. I like it.
DJ, I'd say a lot of these guys played running back in high school before converting over.
You can see,
and you can see the
it.
hands. You can see they're used to the ball.
Good. Put your foot in the ground.
Go boy.
Okay, and I did it again.
That was high. That was had a lot of heat on it, a little high.
Here's Styles.
I don't think you can overthrow this guy.
Run. Shuffle. Go.
I mean, this is so smooth.
Good job, Sonny. Good. Get out of there and run.
Just a tiny stumble, then he just swallows the ball.
Good.
So may I ask, while we look at this,
Ready? Shuffle. Run. Shuffle.
the decision the Jets have at 2.
Good. Okay, get out of there and go.
Walk me
Keep
through
bringing distance.
Aaron Glenn's system and the defenders we've seen here tonight. Would you agree that the second overall pick was on the field tonight?
Yeah, I would say between Bailey, Reese, and Sonny Styles probably crashes the party.
Okay, so the second overall pick of the National Football League draft, in your estimation, was on the field tonight.
Correct.
Walk me through the process that they're going to go through.
I think that if it's close, you prioritize the edge rush. What does it look like? Well, let's go to the best in the business and the record holder and Myles Garrett back to his combine as he goes through it. When he gets to the top, watch, he's able to clear that hip. It's a tight turn, and then he can really close. Let's look at it on tape. Here you go, a little tight. He's able to turn that corner after that initial club. Here he is again, inside move. Now he's got to beat 2 blockers, which he has to do on a weekly basis.
And in this drill that we're seeing here, this is the pass rush drill. Are you saying that Styles needs to show something here? Or,
No, I don't think so. He's going to be an
right?
off-the-ball linebacker. He's not going to be someone you're asking to get you 14, 15 sacks off the edge.
Right.
Whereas Reese is going to be playing on the perimeter, on the edge, rushing.
May I jump in real quick?
Yes, Joe.
Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson. If you take Styles out of this conversation, you remember that one a few years ago, Walker was the guy that people thought was on the rise. You know, we haven't seen the best of him yet, had all the traits. They ended up going 1 to Jacksonville. Hutchinson was the polished guy. He was the guy you just knew, right? You're like, hey, he's that guy. but someone was banking on Walker coming along, and they ended up going in that direction. That's the way I feel like you framed the argument, DJ. First two guys I thought of.
Yeah, and then look at Hutchinson hit the ground running and has been dominant the whole time, and Walker just continues to get better and better and has turned into a great player. And, you know, again, I don't know that there's a way you regret it. I think you're going to get a great player either way.
Do you want to call your shot?
I think I was leaning towards Bailey just because
in Pittsburgh you think Bailey is the second overall pick
at this point in time. Yes.
That would leave.
But
Reese for who?
Confidence level, what? You know.
No, I understand. I mean, like at this point in time, if you're right, I'll say, hey, you were right.
Can you not ask me the question while I'm watching Arvell Reese sprint through this drill and look like an absolute cyborg?
That's right. He does look like a cyborg.
God, nice. And again, some of it, you meet with them, and I've heard all those guys. I mean, I think on my list there what? 3, 4, 5. Sonny Styles was down. I have Mendoza, Jeremiah Love, Bailey, Reese, Styles.
Jump the line.
He's trying to get up there. He wanted to hit third, and they're batting him fourth.
Nice.
Right, here we go. Get out, get out, get out, get out.
Clean up.
Let's be smooth. Here we go. Ready? Pedal. Right. Pedal. Right. Pedal. There we go.
Pretty smooth.
Hey, at least, hey guys, at least the Oregon coach staff recognized Betcher as a walk-on quicker than UCLA and Carson Schlesinger.
There we go.
Took him way too long to get him on the field.
Whatever happened to that kid? How did he play this year?
Yeah, only defensive rookie of the year.
That's it. Come on, finish.
Elam Zors had a heck of a day.
Right. Oh, there we go. Come on. Run
Nice.
through. Let's go ahead. Ready? Right.
Very efficient.
That's it.
We'll see what he runs. I'm curious to see what he runs at his pro day CD, but real efficient in his movement.
He's going to be in the right place, and he's going to tackle you.
Look out.
We're good.
Give him another shot. A little bit longer backer, so he's got to make sure he stays down. Don't get too high in your movements.
He's a good athlete.
Yes, he is.
Look out.
He finished. Go finish.
But he's not that compact Aziz Al-Shire, build. So he's got to make sure he's bending.
That's it. Smooth. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that.
He's great.
Look at that.
He killed it tonight. Absolutely crushed it.
They've blown everybody away in the interview process, and I would even throw Caleb Downs in this.
He's coming tomorrow night.
He's tomorrow, but these guys, you cannot ace the test any more than they did. Look, a lot of times you see guys run that one time. I'm not going to run another 40. I'm not going to work out. I'm going to get my bag, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. These guys have done everything, the entire workout, with outstanding effort and execution. I mean, you can't ace the test any more than these guys have aced the test.
Yeah, and I had Caleb Downs on my show today. Beyond impressive. I mean, absolutely beyond impressive, and we're going to see him again tomorrow night. What did you see out of Reese? More test acing?
Yeah, I mean, he's just got so much power in his motor, and it's just. Some guys, I think Styles a little real smooth and floats so agile, so easy, and this guy is just power. It is so powerful and explosive. So two tremendous athletes, a little bit different styles, but it's been a show.
And they're still out there on the field, but we're wrapping up our coverage of the, once again, we've been doing this since 2003. Fastest defensive line group we've ever seen. The average 40 time of the defensive line group, 4.83 seconds. And then Reese and Styles, part of the fastest linebacking group. Their average time, the linebacking group tonight, average 40, was 4.55 seconds.
Good night.
You've been saying that a lot, and there's no other reason to say anything else, because it really has been that special. And then Combine Wayback Machine. Oh, look at Sam White. Brunel. Bledsoe. What else we got here? George Seifert checking it out. Oh, look at Shanahan's sweater. Some starter stuff. Holmgren, Parcells and Argyle. Ron Wolf and Buddy Ryan. Lighting heaters. Come on now. Well, safeties lit that thing up like a rocket, man. That 40-yard dash line was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lighting up heaters at a combine. All right, let's move to the tight ends. What do you got? What do you got? Who do you have?
Well, we got a couple guys who've already jumped out of the building, and they're going to chance to see them run. I think you'll see impressive times as well. But the tape is legit, especially when you're looking here at Sadiq from Oregon. How about tackling him? How strong he is. He is so physical and so explosive. He catches the ball, he'll bounce off you, he can hurdle you. That's some of the athleticism we've seen today. A lot of this, you'll see a lot of wheel routes down the field where he just runs away from people. He can stretch the seam. Here's a touchdown against the Trojans from Dante Moore. Little combat catch there. Catch it, take the shot, and then the effort as a blocker. Not only came into this combine looking like a day 2 player, a big-time yak playmaker, run after catch, the athleticism for the former quarterback, the former Texas 6A high school high jump champ. You see him here plucking the ball. You'll get the ball away from his frame a lot. Pavia can spray it around. He can still make him right with some big-time catches. And then the awareness, the polish here in the back of the end zone, create that separation for a touchdown. And when we think about freaky tight ends and the testing numbers, Vernon Davis is kind of that gold star, and they've eclipsed that gold star with what they've done with their numbers thus far.
Yeah, Davis was one of our first combines we ever covered, and we'll never forget that. How he jumped out of the old RCA dome. I mean, some of the scouts even put their cigarettes out. You know? All right, we're going to light this candle known as the tight end group. The defense has rested. It's now time for the offense to take over the combine. The 40s that you missed during our commercial break was the second run of the Utah Ute. Dallin Bentley, slightly improved.
Nice.
The second run of Josh Cuevas. Another improvement.
You can tell he was more relaxed on that run.
Second run of Khalil Dinkins.
That's where he is.
Injuries. A nice improvement there. 4.6 flat.
That's a very good time. Solid time. 24-year-old efficient mover. Let's see how he times here.
That's an efficient move.
That's moving efficiently right there.
4.57. 4.75. 4.53.
Does that put him at?
Off he goes. And this time's a 4.91. First step out, and there he goes. Miles Klein of 4.62. Stays on.
Yeah, Rich, Marlon Klein of German descent. When he was 15, he told his parents he wanted to go to America to play football. Played soccer and American football back in Germany, but moved to Georgia, had to learn English, and had a best friend for years that was his interpreter, so he speaks it pretty well now.
.471. Charles?
I like this guy, DJ Kozil. You mentioned how he uses frame, ward people off.
So he's rolling pretty good.
4.52.
Yeah, he got out the gate. That's awesome.
Russell, Maryland, and his Young RJ. Now he's all grown up with a 4.52, fastest for a tight end at this point.
This dude is an excellent blocker. He is all day tough.
And off he goes. 4.66.
Good time for him. Just real reliable, steady. He'll catch it. And then Charles talked about the conversion, you know, being kind of a fullback, H-back hybrid.
In-stater.
He's a good athlete. It's a smooth run.
4.62.
Yes, they've done.
.47 flat.
Yeah, that's, to me, he's someone who's going to make his money with what he does at the line of scrimmage in the run game.
#1 tight end available by far and away, according to his measurements. And the Ducks off and rolling.
He's flying.
Kenyon Sadiq, 4.4 flat.
Yeah, he was absolutely flying.
That ties the record of Vernon Davis and Doran Dickerson of 06 and 2010. It has been 16 years since we saw 4.4 flat by a tight end. So a box that we assumed he would check, he just did. Kenyon Sadiq has that in his mind as he gets set to run. 4.4 flat. Yeah, I know, but I gotta be honest here. We've seen a lot of times come down 1/100th, so it's entirely possible one of those was a 4.39, and the aforementioned Vernon Davis is his comp.
I remember watching Vernon Davis when he was coming out, and it was so freaky watching him move around, run, jump, and someone who with the ball in his hands magically got even faster.
Let's go, Power. You got it. 4.63. It's a nice time.
Solid.
Yeah. Off he goes.
Oh my gosh.
He's moving. Wow. 4.51. Almost joined this group of sub 4.5 tight ends, but officially he might have. Our simulcam together. And again, this one should be won by Sadiq.
See the top, you look at that first 10, they were right there together, and then Sadiq just had a little more kick.
On-field drills. When we come back, an official 40s. We'll see if that 4.4 actually is a 4.3 and change. The tight ends are out there. The defense has headed to the airport from the combine. It's all O from here on out. Okay.
We'll get some guys who didn't run.
Way to run.
Nate
Workout.
Kircher right there.
Drop it in over there.
Texas A&M. Didn't run, taken part. Here's Cuevas.
Great ball.
Go.
Speed. Run. Run.
How about Dinkins in the bloodlines? Remember his dad, Darnell?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, hug that cone. Don't get too wide.
I thought he would run a little faster, CD.
Yeah, but that was a
on that one.
surprise. It was a 4.73.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Hug the cone. Run.
Hopefully, he can clean it up, as you said, pro day.
Kellenborg.
Who we got throwing?
You've got
Trask.
Taylor Elgersman and Kyle Trask.
Okay.
Elgersman, the young man out of Canada who was here in the combine a couple years ago.
There's Justin Jolie, who we didn't see run. There's Merrick.
Hug that cone. Try to adjust.
Jolie's a good player.
What did he weigh, DJ? Because if that weight's down,
241.
Oh, hello. Gonna get back to being that guy that we were looking for.
That was the 24 version.
Kitzelman. Couldn't grab that.
Oh, Claire's working it.
He is. Claire just didn't run.
Yes.
By the way, he's a
Keep running.
another Purdue transfer. We saw Thieneman earlier. There's Claire. We're going to see Dion Burks later. Purdue almost had a great team.
Try not to fade now.
So we have the officials, and it is in fact
There
lower.
you go.
And it is the fastest 40 ever run by a tight end. 4.39. Congratulations to Kenyon Sadiq. And thoughts and prayers to everybody in the lower part of the draft that thought their team could have Sadiq drop to him.
Yeah, this
I would imagine, right? Unless I'm wrong, you tell me. I mean, there's so many edge rushers.
We're stacking up so many freaks that they can't all go in the top 10.
Somebody's going to want a tight end of his caliber, right? I mean, you want to peg it for me? You want to give me a whirl? You don't have to do it right now, but you can table it. Give me an idea at some point tonight. 4.39.
Yeah, that's scooting.
Nice job. Hey, good job right there. That's awesome right there.
Block explosion, everybody. Oh, man.
Guys, everybody stepping vertical.
Orkircher just threw Fred around, man. Cuevas.
I was trying to see how many.
Well done. Here we go right
There's only one plate on there. I think Fred lost some weight.
Nice.
Arm lengths away. Arm lengths away. Approach
Took the jab.
Arm lengths away. Arm lengths away. There you go. Here you go. Sit. Right. Bring that guy up. Get arm lengths away. Okay. Great stance. Great stance. Sit.
What are we looking for here?
You want to see literally hip explosion. You want to see can you get your hands, can you strike, and then can you roll your hips, get underneath it and roll them. There you go. Good job.
Just strike though. Great stance. Sit.
Yeah, that time Fred won a little bit on that one.
Here we go, Jolly. Here we go, Jolly. Great stance, right? Great stance.
Jolly's going to make more of his money in the pass game than doing this right here, CD, but that's not bad. Or Jolie, sorry.
Great stance.
Merrick got some experience doing that for the Buckeyes. Good job. Charles calling games each and every week in the NFL. You saw the proliferation of 12 and 13 personnel. A lot of tight ends finding their way onto the field, and look what Sean McVay and the Rams and their offense did. Teams are looking for guys not only can run and catch it, but they can do this stuff right here.
Great stance, right? Great stance. Vertical footwork. Sit.
Can he hear me? I don't think CD could hear me. I think he was.
Here we go. Here we go.
Took a turn.
Great stance. Great stance. Sit.
Yeah, we gotta stay square.
Accelerate your feet. Accelerate your feet.
If your feet die, then you're just pushing it with your hands. That's when you see it get off track.
Arm link away. Arm link away from the sled. Great stance. Vertical footwork. Sit. Drive. That's it. Drive. Right. Well done. Well done. Well done. Here we go.
Good job.
Well done. Here we go. Here we go, champ. Here we go, champ. Arm links away. Great stance. Great stance.
Yeah.
Sit. Drive.
CD, there you are. You got me now?
Hello. Got your back.
Yeah, I was just pinging you on the fact that we're seeing so much more, really 13 personnel this year. Getting 3 tight ends out there, the Rams and what they were doing. As you watch Lake McCree do a nice job there, the USC Trojan. It's guys looking for people that can do this. Get your hand on the ground and go back to the old days and drive people with your tight ends.
Yeah, and I hope Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham with the Falcons understand under the new head coach Kevin Stefanski. When he first got to Cleveland those first few years, 13 personnel was a big part of his package.
Plus, you can run multiple plays out of it. Right?
And you can, you can split them out. When you get the versatile guys, you can do a lot of different things.
Same formation, just different plays.
And the defenders just aren't as used to fitting those gaps because they don't see it as much. Nice job by Sharp.
Well done.
If he...
Is Stowers not working out on the field?
I haven't seen him out there. We were talking about the big man, Arnold Washington, doing this drill. Well, let's go back and watch it.
I remember this.
This is a grown man out there and just toying with that sled, just throwing it. Look at putting his face in it. Oh, poor Darius Slay. What? We don't need to do that to him. I mean,
Fred and Slay out of the club.
Yes. Getting off the ball, driving and dumping. Oh my gosh, that was Bosa.
So the defensive group, as I keep mentioning, was the fastest of each group ever, and then handed the baton to the tight ends, and they made it 4 for 4. 4 position groups, the fastest of any of those position groups ever.
Oh, here we go. I was just referencing this one here with Harold Fannin Jr. Saw him coming out Bowling Green and Watch him hug that line, running full speed. Excellent hands. This last one, he's going to catch it and turn up the field. And look at the magic of television right there. You can show it. Excellent adjust, which you'll have to do as well. And a natural hands catcher. Not let that thing get to his body. And that's an exciting young group that they had, man. That rookie class was awesome.
They could have run their own gauntlet with all their quarterbacks.
They could fill out both lines here. They really could. Nice catch. Bentley's put together a nice day.
Always open to the field. Always open to the field. Always open to the field. Hey, mate, where's that first one coming from, right? That first one's coming from over here, right? To the left side. Turn! Come on, Nate, go.
Go.
Nate, run, run.
Soft hands, you can tell it's not, doesn't sound like a car bomb went off.
Like a straight line, too.
Nice rep.
Come on, Josh, let's go. Let's go, speed. Come on, Josh. Open up, man, open up. It's that time, this is time.
Nice catch.
That boy, good job. Keep open into the field. Good job.
There we go. He's running much faster on this rep than he did on the last one. There we go. Injuries. We saw the rookie tight end from Texas last year. Helm did a nice job with the Titans. It's going to be a good piece for Cam Ward.
Let's go. Go. Hold the line. Fast you can go. Fast you can go. It's a time to bend. Time to bend.
Clean
Come on,
rep.
Matt. Come on, Matt. Here you go. Open to the field. Here we go. Set. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
You ever have an inkling to give this thing a spin, Rich?
Sure.
The Gauntlet?
Why not? I'll just bat the passes down. Can't tell the difference. You know what I mean?
I think we add this. I think we could maybe add this in.
Yes, add it all.
Go.
Jolie?
You're all right. Just go.
It's getting late. I know it's getting late because I was tempted to start singing Jolene, and I'm just not going to do it. Not going to happen. I was kind of hoping we could, I want everybody to have a great workout, but if Bauer would have just dropped one and just give us one real loud, dang it!
Go. Make sure we're throwing those balls away. Throw them away. Don't step on them. Finish.
As you know, Bauer had almost perfect reception. Always. I never understood how he always had cell reception.
No matter where he was.
No matter where he was.
Yeah, Chloe's a phone call away.
Always. Never ate. Never went to the bathroom.
True story.
Never.
True story.
24 ever.
I was. This. I'm going to bring this full circle. I was at the Hula Bowl scouting an All-Star game.
I'm wondering how you're going to bring this full circle.
I'm telling you, trust me. I had a portable DVD player. My wife was pregnant, so we couldn't really go out.
Okay.
And we said we were gonna watch all the DVDs of 24. We were watching on TV 24, watching it on the television, and Jack Bauer dies at the end of an episode, like his heart stopped beating.
Right.
And it was in Hawaii, and the episode ends, it goes to the local Hawaii news, and they come on the air, and the anchor looks at the TV and goes, Jack Bauer's not dead.
Let's go. Boy. Good speed.
Oh,
Right?
God.
Face it. Yeah. Yes. Let's go.
There we go.
Nice catch. He's had a great gauntlet. Two of them he's put together there.
That's well done. And that ball was past him.
Heck of a grab. You got to have strong hands to finish that.
Careful.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Dad. Just finish it off. Come on, Eli. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
It was a false start.
What if we just
5 yards.
Come on, Eli.
What if we just finish the drill and just go boop, boop,
dude, you're just locked in on the whole thing.
Well, that's a great show.
I know. You're locked in, man. And he is 24.
Ouch. Oh. Here we go. Finish strong. There we go. Here we go.
Great job.
Nice. Tony Almeida would be proud of that rep.
Look at you, Tony Almeida. Oh, you are on fire. It is late for us, too, I'll tell you that. Well, he's got the Kittle going. His nose. He did. Okay. Final simulcam of the night. What do we have? Wow. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Kenyon Sadiq. How about this for a simulcam? Who's got it? What do we have?
Is Bijan going to pull this out? Oh, my gosh.
No, it's Kenyon Sadiq.
Oh, my gosh.
Get out of here. Woo. The official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. You can also see the projected Madden speed ratings for each individual. A record for Kenyon Sadiq. We saw Lorenzo Styles go sub 4.3 as a safety.
You're not supposed to have a 93 Madden speed score
as a tight end. Now you do. Now you do. He was the only sub 4.5 40. But altogether, it's the fastest tight end group ever. After we saw the fastest defensive lineman, linebacker, and defensive back groups ever.
Whew. What the heck did we just watch?
Yeah, I mean, we talked that way about the safeties, right? Safeties aren't supposed to run like cornerbacks. Tight ends aren't supposed to run like wide receivers, yet they do. And we saw a couple of them tonight, Kenyon Sadiq and Eli Stowers, that pretty much stole the show when it came to the athletic ability. Sadiq setting a new record for tight ends in the 40-yard dash. Says 4.4 there. Turned out to be 4.39, brand new record. How about the broad jump? 11 feet 1 inch. Yeah, I'd be satisfied with that. And the vertical, 43.5, which I believe Sonny Styles did last night. So we're talking about bigger people going way up in the air. Then Eli Stowers, massive year at Vanderbilt. He comes back, runs 4.51, which you go, okay, 4.51 after Sadiq. 4.51 is an excellent time. And then he bests him in the broad jump, going 11.3, 2 inches farther than Kenyon Sadiq. These two, best in show with everything they're doing. How about that vertical? 45.5.
Oh, come on.
Chris Rose, has he come down yet?
He has not. He's still somewhere up here in the rafters at Lucas Oil Stadium.
High above the 50. Got Chris Rose and also Charles Davis on the field. And the same goes for Stacey Dales, who we welcome in on this very busy Saturday. Stacey.
Yeah, Rich, and we're going to start with the running backs. That guy at the top of our list, Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame, an electric season, 21 total touchdowns. That is a single season record at Notre Dame, surpassing the great Jerome Bettis, of course, which meant we got a whole lot of love in the end zone. Yes, we did. You guys all know how he celebrated. He threw up the love, something he's been doing symbolically since his sophomore season. I just spoke with him. He's going to do the 40 today. His target, a 4.3, a low 4.4. In the drill work specifically, he's focusing on his footwork, his ability to create separation, overall quickness, smoothness that we have all come to know and love. And I'm also going to highlight Katron Allen out of Penn State. Guess what? He knocked down the door a whole lot at Penn State this season because, well, that's how he celebrated. 15 rushing touchdowns for the guy they call Fat Man. Mom gave him that nickname when he was a baby because he was a little bit chubby. Over 4,000 rushing yards at Penn State. That is a record. I just spoke with him. He's not going to do the 40 today, but he is going to do the drill work, and he wants to showcase very specifically his explosiveness in and out of his cuts, and just like Love, Rich, the smoothness with which he plays.
All right, while we were gone, the second run for DeMond Claiborne, who started us off with a blazing 4.38. Second run is slightly better.
He got us going.
Nice job. Heidenreich, 4.47 the first time. Second time.
Everybody's getting faster.
Better job. Robert Henry Jr., 4.55 the first time. Second time. Slightly better.
That's more like it.
Emmett Johnson, first run 4.6 flat. Second run. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Jeremiah Love running a 40 at the combine. 4.37. That's a box checked. He could have checked the box before he even started, but yeah. Is that a head shake from Dad thinking it could be faster?
Yeah, and I think the 10 time that Jack just gave us was 1:49 on the 10.
Ago, Jeremiah Love's second run. Slightly better. 4.36.
Raw to the group, so that should show us a good 40 to complement those jumps. 4.50 is a solid time.
4.43.
It's a great time for him. He has that style where he'll kind of ease to the line of scrimmage and then burst. But I was curious to see what the top end number was going to look like. That's fantastic.
Rich, you saw Jeremiah Love's dad, Jason, a retired police officer, by the way, slightly disappointed after Jeremiah's first run, which was an unofficial 4.37. But hey, baby, that was after the 4.36 that he just ran. And I will add this, Rich. How about dad and son collaborating to create a comic book together called The Jeremonster to tell Jeremiah's story? He's basically a superhero character.
There he goes. Nice start. And the finish. 4.5 flat.
He was kind of just cruising to a 4.5 flat. He can go faster. That
4.51.
It's a good time for a big back.
Well, guess where else he looks fast? Here's the combine.
Yeah.
Now we get to see the on-field drills of running backs, and the two Fighting Irish will be out there. Hopefully, you will be where you are. Come hang with us for a very long time today, why don't you? Because the quarterbacks and wide receivers are still to come.
But when we watch him with some cleats on and playing the game of football, you will see someone who is extremely explosive. And I talked about him being able to make people miss at full speed. He does it a variety of ways. He can also take the elevator and just jump right over the top of you. Just very loose, very explosive. He can get real skinny through these tiny little creases along the line of scrimmage. Then once he gets through, he explodes to the end zone. And how about the ability to finish? You want to lower your pads, take a little of that in a rivalry game. And again, balance and finish. This goes back a year ago. Look at the effort here, just fighting his way into the end zone. So when you look at the comps, I want to see the numbers here. You look at the numbers and how they work out, and there's a reason we're using this one, because who's the running back coach for the Kansas City Chiefs?
That would be the man on the right.
That would, okay. Yeah, and
well, Eric Bieniemy's there too now, back in the building.
They appreciate running backs as well. So it'll be interesting to see where his landing spot is, Stacy, but it's there's no question this guy's a freak.
Absolutely a freak, but I got to tell you guys, Mike Washington, who just ran that unofficial 4.33, you see him here on his phone. He broke down in tears after that run, you guys. I just went over and spoke with him, the running back out of Arkansas, and he broke down in tears again with me. He said, "I'm so emotional, man. I've worked my whole life for this." He's going to do the drill work, but this is why the combine is so important, Rich and DJ, and it's so vital for so many of these young men. To tell me that he's worked his entire life for this, as he gets ready to go about this drill work, how impactful is that?
And then just to give a little bit more voice to it, Stacy, I mean, the amount of time and in the weeks since season being over to here, it's nonstop focus on a moment just like that, right there, that 40-yard stripe, thinking about it, working on it, working it, visualizing it, then completing it. That leads to the tears too, the emotion.
Yeah, and it has. We were coming off the Olympics. It has an Olympic feel with all that buildup, and then it's not like a game where you're going to get more carries and more touches and more opportunities. Right. You only get to go on that line twice. So all that hard work, all that pressure mounting, and to deliver in a major way. Yeah, I remember DK got emotional when he was out here working out. So we see it. It's cool. It shows you these guys really care.
Here's Katron Allen, who Stacy started our broadcast featuring. He did not run a 40, but he's going to start with the off-tackle recognition drill, the first on-field drill for the running backs at the combine.
Good
nice.
Finish.
This is a good chance to, it's just replicating. You're able to read a block here once you get through the bags.
There we go.
You got to read two of them.
Quarterback, toes to 7. Good.
Claiborne's a fun player. He's got a lot of juice.
Here's C.J. Donaldson. Didn't run a 40, but the Buckeye going through the drills here.
CD, you're a Claiborne fan as well.
I'm a huge Claiborne fan. Remember Kenneth Walker began his college career at Wake Forest before going to Michigan State. But I just love what we just saw with Claiborne. And Donaldson with Ohio State, bigger back. DJ oftentimes talk about those guys slimming down for quickness. I think Donaldson's going to go in the other direction and become a bigger back and maybe go an H-back type guy.
Yeah, he's north-south, no-nonsense style.
You might have just heard a little bit of a cheer from the crowd as Hemby from Indiana made his first appearance on field with this running back group.
Straight line. Good.
Emmett Johnson, RB10, and now it's time for Love.
Quick.
See some of the quickness there.
Cheer from the Notre Dame faithful here as well.
Go, Jam.
Jam Miller ran a little bit faster than I thought, CD.
You and me both. That was really good. And as you mentioned at the top, dinged up a little bit, didn't get as many carries, so maybe he's fully healthy. He sure looked it.
Oh, I thought Price was the best one through the drill so far with that first rep. That was smooth.
That was Randall.
Another bigger back, and Randall, former receiver.
Yeah, 232 pounds big.
All right, here we go.
All right, well, this is the drill we're looking at here. And I love to go back and show you how it correlates when we get to the games on Sundays. R.J. Harvey, mentioned him earlier, great year, his rookie campaign out of UCF for the Broncos. Here he is. You see him get over the bags quick, able to read it, and once he reads it, then he's able to burst, and that's where you saw the speed really take over again. Press the hole, see it, get downhill, and then burst. Another example here on a toss, getting outside. Read your blocks, gets free on the perimeter, and off he goes. Here's Katron Allen going through it. Got the tracer on him. Jeremiah Love. There's some of the quickness he possesses. And I thought this was the best rep of the bunch here from Price. A little more efficient with his footwork. Nicely done.
All right, the official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. Check out the projected Madden speed ratings for each individual. Mike Washington Jr.'s official time is a 4.33, and Love's is a 4.36. And Claiborne started us off with a 4.37. And the rest you can see are part of the running back group that did indeed continue the streak of this scouting combine. We are now 5 for 5. Should add Bijan, man. I should start creating requests.
Casey Kasem here.
That's right. Long distance dedication. Jeremiah Love playing the upbeat record.
This one
we only want upbeat records.
That's a great clip. This one goes up.
Back with more from Indianapolis in a moment.
His teammate Jeremiah Love's video. Let's get to Price. And very worthy of being one of the top backs. In fact, I have him the second one. The ability to see and play off blocks. He's got really good vision and feel. He's explosive downhill. There's that suddenness, that initial burst that he possesses. He's slippery and elusive. He can make you miss in tight quarters. There's a lot of highlights for Notre Dame against Pitt in this game, by the way. Malachi Fields has a bunch coming your way this afternoon. Here's another example of just how slippery and elusive he is once he gets out there in the open field. And you see Pollard with the numbers, very similar there. And I think he's going to be a nice piece of a running back room. You compliment him, and you really got something. That was a heck of a room they had at Notre Dame.
You have the Texans who had Woody Marks burst through a little bit. Nick Chubb could use maybe another back in that room.
Depth is the deal too. These teams want to have a couple different guys.
Just watching the running backs run routes here. One of the greatest workouts I've ever seen at a combine was McCaffrey, right? Like Christian McCaffrey.
After everybody was leaving, he went out there and
he ran the whole receiver route tree. He did it all.
Incredible. And it was as good as any receiver at that combine.
If not the best.
Yeah, it was incredible. And we saw it play out.
And of course the conversation at the time was a combo of, can he run inside? And is he a good teammate because he tapped out of the Sun Bowl? Remember that?
Hilarious. It was him and Solomon Thomas, right, that didn't play in that Sun Bowl. Or no, maybe Solomon Thomas did play. It was a whole discussion.
There's a whole to-do. Like, would you draft him? Is he a good teammate?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Guys, they were the beginning of all that, remember?
Yeah.
That was the beginning of all that discussion. And for a while, it got lost that McCaffrey tapped out because Leonard Fournette tapped out from LSU. Then they both go in the top 10 of the draft, and we started a whole new thing. You're not playing the bowl game. But real quick on this, DJ, as they get to that corner, watching them corner to turn back inside to catch the ball, that's a lot of what you want to see, that smooth transition from going outside to cutting back inside and how guys are coming inside and catching the ball.
Jam Miller's having a heck of a workout.
He really is. He's done a nice job. Heidenreich did exactly what you would expect for a guy who thinks going to be a slot.
All right, I know he slipped. I don't care because he recovered and made an unbelievable catch.
And Randall should be pretty good. This is a former receiver.
Ironically, though, with him, see, he had 6 drops this year.
I know.
And then I figured out maybe that's why they moved him to running back.
Hey, he goes from receiver inside, and your guy Cameron from Baylor, another big plus-size receiver.
One guy who's not in the field workout right now, but I want to highlight just because when you're having these long days and you're watching all these guys, getting 300-plus guys watched, and sometimes it gets a little slow. And then every now and then you see a play that can pick you up for a couple hours. It's just like football caffeine. And when I was watching Noah Whittington from Oregon, this is by far my favorite play that I saw from a running back in this cycle.
Wow, what a setup.
I might have rewound it 15 times. I probably texted it to a handful of people, but here he is against Minnesota. What's the big deal here? He's just going to get tackled. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys.
Literally 4 around him.
I mean, he's sandwiched. This runs. Oh, here come a couple more. Maybe a couple more guys. Wait, hold on. He's still going? Oh, yeah, he's still going. He's going all the way to the end zone. We'll see it from another angle here. This is my favorite run of the entire draft cycle right here. This is not supposed to happen. How the heck did he get out of here?
Was it late in the game and they were trying to rip the ball out or something? Or?
That part I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
But that I do remember. In terms of the lower strength and power, how about Devontae Freeman?
Yeah, he was fun to watch.
Yeah, just so low to the ground you couldn't get to him. Yeah. It's that low center of gravity. Is he taking it in there? Get a chance to take in the highlight, put a smile on his face.
Well, we thought it'd be all about the 2 kids from Notre Dame, and to some degree it was certainly at the beginning of that. And we'll talk about Jeremiah Love in a bit. But what about his running mate there out of South Bend? What'd you think of Jadarian Price?
I thought Jadarian Price was terrific, and Daniel Jeremiah, our colleague, kept mentioning on the field in the drills, he might have been the best in show, as DJ likes to say. Look at the vision, the ability to just change direction so smoothly. As they get, okay, which way? Okay, bag's there, this way I go. And then, of course, accelerating and finishing. Now he's going through the Deuce Staley drill. Being able to keep your eyes up, your feet moving, understanding where you are, having spatial awareness, catching the ball in the backfield. Hadn't had to do as much of that because Jeremiah Love would stay on the field and take some of those. And even when he slips, the body control is so good that he is up and moving, and that slip doesn't even bother him as he catches the ball and gets upfield. I thought he was terrific.
Well, here he is. The question is, how high will he go in the draft, Charles? I don't think a lot of teams can afford to pass on this guy.
No. That conversation about where he goes, and I put him 18th in my first mock draft just because that was not a smart move.
Why, because you wanted to rile up the troops?
Well, it just wasn't a smart play on my part because he's not getting down there. We had the conversation, just how far can he go? Kansas City would love him at 9. I don't think they even have a sniff of getting him at 9. We could be talking about inside the top 5 now with Jeremiah Love. Ashton Genty, the top runner in last year's draft, went 6 to the Raiders. I can't see Jeremiah Love going past that. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting deal about how you pair him, how you use him, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see because he can do it all. And it'd be fun to see what people say. How they rated Genty last year versus how they rate Love this year. I could easily see people having Love.
How do you do that, by the way? You do? You think Love is?
I think people may have him a little bit because of what we're seeing right there. The ability to catch.
Careful though.
Out of the backfield.
Sorry.
Not that Genty can't. He's very good at everything. But this kid seems just a touch smoother in what he's doing.
Let's clean up the towels a little bit on the sideline, if you don't mind. Patrona Allen out of Penn State.
Mile 6.
Yeah, Happy Valley to Happy Feet.
Look, remember he's had a backfield duo, he and Nicholas Singleton. And they wreaked a lot of havoc during their time there. Allen healthy and able to go. Singleton did not do any of his drills, didn't run the 40, trying to get himself healthy after a recent injury. But now you see it Allen and what he was able to do. Look at that nice little move, work his way inside, catch the ball, get upfield. Heavy-duty runner. Guy's used to having the ball in his hands, used to eating carries. He would love to go to a high-volume running football team.
All right, Mr. Heidenreich was really interesting, obviously, from the Naval Academy.
I didn't like him at all, did I?
No, not one bit.
Did that come through at all?
I thought maybe you were working as an agent for him.
Was I able to hold it down a little bit about Eli Heidenreich? Loved him on tape. Loved him even better here in person. He's working with the running backs for the running back drill, so he will touch the football and have it in his hands as he did at Navy. But I think he's a slot back all day long. Put him in the slot. Let him operate. He can run the jet sweeps for you as well. Get him in the space, let him catch the football. And we saw all that on display in the flex bone offense that Navy has run. This kid is something. Then what did he run? 4.47? 4.46? He runs well, catches it well. Look how easy it is with the hands. Turning the ball, turning upfield. I bet you can use him in the return game as well.
Yeah, led the midshipman, by the way, receiving yards in a single season with almost 950.
Oh, if we only had the body control of Jeremiah Love. If I could be that guy. Now, this guy was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see a ton of him. Well, first of all, because he ran this so fast. Yeah. What do you think overall? I mean, how much does this help him?
I think it really opens up some eyes on him. I'm sure the scouts, who've done their homework, they knew that he was fast.
Wow.
But 4.33 fast, that tells me right there, that reaction, that he didn't think that he was that fast. Right? This was a heck of a day for him, and we've seen this happen before. I believe his comp is Omarion Hampton, who went in the first round last year to the Chargers, had a big year before getting hurt. Look at how that matches up. Look at the 40-yard dash versus Hampton's. Everything else, almost an exact replica as you go down the board. But here's my kicker. Stacey Dales did a great job chronicling Mike Washington Jr., all right? The emotion of running the 4.33, what it takes. I thought he would do the field drills. He elected not to. That's entirely up to him. I thought he'd carry that momentum forward. Again, up to him. But here's the best part about his game. New Mexico State, University of Buffalo, Arkansas. By far, Arkansas is in the SEC. There's your toughest competition. Chris Rose, where do you have his best year?
The SEC.
So when that kid just keeps elevating his game and playing his best against the best, that gets my attention. He had a great Senior Bowl week as well.
And as you sit there and you're a fan of a particular team, you say, well, we can always wait on running backs. I do want to reemphasize this point that 8 of the top 10 rushers in the NFL last year were drafted in either round 1 or 2. So you better get them. Those elite guys, they don't stick around real long. All right, let's check out more of the broads and verts here at the 2026 NFL Scouting Combine. These are always fun and always so important as well. Rasul Faison, 10-2, had quite a circuitous journey to get to South Carolina.
But finished strong with the Gamecocks and is finishing strong here at the Scouting Combine, 37.5. I know we've seen these 43.5s and 45s, but don't sleep on 37.5. That's very good. And Seth McGowan, a list of runners during Mark Stoops' time in Kentucky with a big offensive line. Look at that 42.5. The big blue wall, he's the latest in that line of Benny Snell and Chris Rodriguez. And now Seth McGowan getting his opportunity as a big, strong, physical back.
And you figure with Washington blazing a trail on the 40 the way he did, 10-8 on the broad, 39 inches on the vert as well. The explosiveness, obviously all there.
It all comes together, doesn't it? The numbers correlate. And that's what we're seeing from Mike Washington Jr. Can't wait to see what he does in his field drills back at the University of Arkansas on his pro day. But congratulations for getting even more eyes open than already were.
Then you've got the wide receiver class. How do you rate them?
It's stacked. It's stacked not only at the high end, where I've got 5 in the top 20 players, as you'll see right here, but it rolls deep. It rolls deep into day 3, where you're going to see guys who can contribute, and you're going to see a very fast group that's going to be on display today. You see there at the top, it's Carnell Tate and Mekhi Lemon to go along with Jordan Tyson right behind him. But with Tate, not a surprise, Ohio State giving us a wide receiver. They do it each and every year. And he is the vertical stretch receiver who has a big frame, big speed, and can really track the ball and can elevate and play above the rim if that's required. So he's the outside weapon. If you're looking for more of a slot receiver, then you can go to another wide receiver factory at USC and Mekhi Lemon, who is very quick. He's strong and sturdy and tough. He works in the middle of the field, and he catches a lot of balls in crowds.
We've all been talking about Fernando Mendoza all week, and honestly, since he won the national championship as the de facto first overall pick in the draft, who's 2 on your quarterback draft board?
Yeah, for me, it's Ty Simpson. We saw him walking in to the stadium, and he's going to let it rip today. I'm excited to see him throw. He's my 40th overall player. There's a lot of quarterback-needy teams out there, though, Rich, and he's got a chance to push his way into the first round.
And every other quarterback not named Mendoza feels the same way, so there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks out there trying to make another name for themselves after being a big man on campus. It's a big day at the Scouting Combine.
So we'll get these 5 quarterbacks to run, and then they'll let them cycle back again and run again.
And then the wide receivers.
And then the wide receivers will have the floor. It's a pretty good start for Altmaier.
Okay.
That's a good time.
7-2. The average fastest time all time for quarterbacks is 4.59. And there's a 4.66. Here's Joe Fignano from UConn. This is Rip Hamilton. You want to go there?
Thank you. Danielle Marshall.
There you are.
I'm
now
back.
You're
Okay,
back.
we're
You're
back.
back. Here's
Let's go, Taylor Green,
who crushed it.
Woo! He
on
is
the
striding
vert.
that out.
4, 3, 7.
Oh. Woo.
43.5-inch vert, 11.2 broad.
Good night.
And a 4.37 40.
All right, now I'm curious. Same school. Remember Matt Jones back in the day?
Well, Matt Jones ran a 4.38 in 05, which is the second best 40 and only one of 2 sub-440s ever run by a quarterback here. There's the 43.5 and the 11.2 broad and the 4.37 40. That's a very Sonny Styles-like performance here. Haynes King, the aforementioned. 4.47. Stacey Dales, take it away.
Yeah, Arkansas quarterback Taylon Green is also doing his thing, Rich. Oh my goodness, he is putting on a show. A 4.37 unofficial 40. We'll get the official shortly on that. Second best for quarterbacks all time at the combine. 43.5 vertical. That is a record for quarterbacks. The 11.2 broad is a record for quarterbacks. Here is the 40. He told me anything 4.39-ish. That start was critical. He said that was the focus of his training because he knows how tall he is. He needed to get out quickly, and there is the vertical, which, by the way, he said to me is the highest he has ever gone. But going back to that 40, I was standing with him. I'm 6 feet tall. He said to me, listen, I'm 6'5", 6'6". The start was such a huge emphasis in my training. He absolutely nailed it. His comp, by the way, is DK Metcalf. Look at those numbers. DK, of course, the 4.33 their official, so we'll wait on that official time. But he out-jumped DK Metcalf in the vertical jump. And by the way, he said that his adrenaline was on fire. Hey, Arkansas Razorback football, we feel you. Get up, Taylon Green. We're right there with you. His adrenaline was so on fire that he took the advice of his trainer, and he said to me the advice was, adrenaline is one hell of a drug, Rich.
It is indeed. While we were gone, the second run of Vinny Anthony. Better. Dylan Bell. 4-5 flat. Four flat.
Great time. He can find another gear.
He has here. 4.38.
Yeah, that's real. That is play speed plus time speed. That's a match.
Much better.
That's a great time for him. Again, look at how strong he is. That's fantastic.
Jeremy Bernard, a 4.49. Wow, that's a heck of a comp.
Well, this is, again, the numbers throw this one out there when you look at how similar they are and the body type, the weight a little bit thicker there with Bernard, but the 40 time and the jumps translate. Both guys incredibly tough. JSN, even though the 40 times are different, maybe a little more quickness, a little more sudden, but Bernard, instinctive, quarterback loves him there at Alabama, and just the grittiness and toughness is what you love. Again, right now, you want to hang out in the right neighborhoods.
Seemed like he stumbled. And he stumbled to a 4.36.
That's right.
Chris Brazel of Tennessee.
He's striding it out.
4.37.
I'm telling you, it's not going to stop now.
There he goes. 4.41. Ladies and gentlemen,
he can go.
Moments ago. 4.33 into a 4.31.
I don't get hung up on the production with him.
Jeff Caldwell saying, we have killer C's as well, sir.
Stand up for the letter C.
Yeah, stand up for the letter C.
See, there's a lot of interesting veterans.
Coleman.
Start for Coleman.
There he goes. 4.43. Caleb Douglas of Texas Tech. 4.4 flat.
That was an easy one too. It's a little better.
Malachi Fields. Off and running. 4.62.
Yeah, let's see if we can get that down. That would be the goal for him. Get that somewhere in the 4.5s. Yeah.
Rock chalk.
There you go.
4.4. Nice. Let's take a look at the official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. You can also see the projected Madden speed ratings for each individual. Haynes King, man, 4.46 too. I mean, we were talking all about Taylon Green's second fastest time ever for a quarterback, but Haynes King, darn good. And then the receivers, you got Deion Burks, man, 3 flat. Nobody ran a sub 4.340 in the first half of receivers, but
TBD on that.
Right now, their average time is 4.42, which would be a new record. And then the quarterbacks, can they keep everything alive since we've had 5 for 5 in fastest groups ever at the Combine? They're right now 0.01 behind.
Watch his film. The more I watch, the more I fell in love with his style. It is very competitive and physical. How about this one-handed snag against Oregon and then just refusing to be tackled? He is so strong in his lower body, and it shows up after the catch. Here he is. How about the route polish? Little sluggo here, sell the slant, create all kinds of separation, and then again, the physicality and the yak. How does he not go down here? Maintains his balance, spinning off tackles, absorbs contact, and then there's the game winner you referenced. How about high point in the ball? And I still don't know how he was able to navigate that and get a foot inside that white line to knock off the Nittany Lions. And you look at the comp, really just kind
Bobby
of that
Trees,
toughness.
huh?
Robert Woods now is coaching. Is retired and has now gone to the coaching world there with the Rams. So ultra tough, ultra competitive, and not only popular with the fans here, popular with a lot of personnel guys here as well. But getting a chance to see him work out, I think you'll see some of the things that we saw on tape. Explosive after the catch, big time burst. This guy gets out in the open field and he pulls away from everybody. Big time pluck and go here. Once he catches it, he transitions up the field. He can fly. Now, there are some drops. He has had some drops this year. I think they're more concentration than hands. There's the quickness at the line of scrimmage. And then, oh, by the way, in the return game, he had 2 punt return for touchdowns as well, which has always been a good indicator for wideouts. Guys that have that type of juice and performance in the return game, usually that equates quite well on the offensive side of the ball. So you look at Matthew Golden from last year. We discussed him the other day, Rich, and I think there's a big year coming for him in year number 2, but very similar size guys, and both guys play extremely fast.
He was a first-round wide receiver. Actually, one of my favorite moments of the draft, when Mark Murphy got out there and basically let everyone know the first-round wide receiver drought was finally over for Green Bay.
Gauntlet over here to the 35.
Real quick gauntlet.
Two's going to be.
Well, we've got the gauntlet coming up here, Rich, and we referenced it just a minute ago, talking about Puka Nacua.
Yep.
And go back to that drill. He didn't run the 40 here, but he ran the gauntlet, and it was impressive with how he was able to stay right down that line, running at his top speed and catching the ball so naturally. Here's going back in the Wayback Machine. Look at him on that 30-yard line. Full sprint. The utmost confidence in his hands to catch this thing on the run. No gathering, no gearing down, just running right through the ball, and those strong hands.
See ya.
He is outstanding. I mean, that Seattle defense, we saw how dominant they were, and Puka had his way with that group
twice.
Incredible.
Here, and then you're going to make your first catch from that quarterback right
Sanjay
there.
Lau, the
Okay, so
Chargers receiver coach.
Catch, and then take off down the line. There's your first catch. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, start here. I'll give you a go call.
Same receiving room for the Chargers this year, do you think?
They're all young. I mean, Keenan Allen is up, so we'll see what happens there. But they got 3 young guys: Quentin Johnston, Lad McConkey, and Trey Harris. And they got Rondé Gatson, the tight end, on a rookie deal. They got Amarian Hampton, the running back, on a rookie deal. Like, they might have the cheapest, but also incredibly talented skill position group in the league. I mean, they're all on rookie deals.
I think you should use the word least expensive.
See those two cones
rather
right
than
there?
cheap.
You like
That's
that?
the finish line.
Oh, yeah. Valuable.
Make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So first one up.
Cost efficient.
There you go. I mean,
workshop that I think we got where we needed to get.
You went brevity.
Yeah. So
Aaron Anderson.
I'll give you a go. You're going to spin, catch there first. Ready? Okay, go. Nice.
Go.
That's good job. Good speed. Now transition.
Nice job. Nice job gearing down once he got to the sideline, stay in bounds and go.
Dylan Bell, Georgia. Charles.
Hey guys, just talked with Omar Cooper, and he said that he is done for the day. He'll do the rest of his drills at Pro Day, and I asked him why, and he said short week of training.
Get it.
Those guys that play the national championship game from those teams, you know, I've seen.
Kalen Black is still working out somewhere, isn't he? That was unbelievable.
I know, not here. The number of guys in those that had that long season, I think there's a good number of those Miami and Indiana players that aren't doing the entire workout here. I mean, it's not a long time to get ready.
Well, he's already gotten the kudos from the crowd. If he wants any more, just sit next to Fernando.
No kidding. But Jacoby Lane from USC was just cozied up to Fernando. That's just a nice ego boost to be on the screen and hear the fans cheering like that. Boston's got to catch that ball. Tough when you're running and you get a low one. You'd much rather have it a little bit up high. When you're a bigger guy going to get a nice catch.
That was nicely done.
We were watching Branch when he was at Bishop Gorman High School, and he looked like he was 10 times faster than everybody on a high school field.
There's Brown.
Nice.
Go.
Coleman's going to be a slot guy, CD.
Absolutely, following on the heels of Luther Burden coming out of there the year before.
Concepcion. Again, he talked about the 7 drops that he had. There's a focus on that drill. Excellent.
CJ Daniels.
See him open up and run a little bit more there.
And open to the field. Go.
Yeah, the hardest one to catch in this drill is almost the one that's just right on your body. You would like it off of your frame so you can just use your hands and go get it. When it's on your body, you almost have to try and cradle it. A couple drops there. Fields. Tell you what, Fields and Boston have had some drops, CD. Those are guys I wouldn't anticipated seeing that.
No, not at all. And sometimes when you have that first one, you know what happens then. He just got to get himself snapped back together.
Talon Green's 40's officially 4.36.
That works.
Dion Burke's officially 4.3 flat.
4.3 flat?
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
That works.
That's quite a mark. 4.36 for quarterback.
Omar Cooper ended up being the 4.42.
Talon Green with the 4.36. 1/100th of a second off of the tying the fastest 40 in the history of quarterbacks at the Combine. We simulcam him the break with Anthony Richardson a couple years ago, and DK Metcalf. He still has everybody in this race.
That's a big, strong dude.
The human bat suit wins that one. Back with more on-field drills with the current class of wide receivers when we return to Indianapolis in a moment. This during the commercial break. He's not working out with them, but he's stretched with them. Just getting ready. There we go. That's how your back doesn't tighten when you're not working, right?
Oh, there's some long days here, interviews and medicals. He's trying to loosen up a little bit.
This is great, man. I guess
how about this when the numbers spit out? Talked about the competitiveness and the grittiness that Matt Ryan had, and you look at the size comparison, very, very close. The hands exactly the same. So cool when you see Matt Ryan in the building here and Fernando Mendoza coming into the draft. He will not be an Atlanta Falcon, but more than likely a Las Vegas Raider, and hoping to have a similar success that Matt enjoyed during his career. I mean, it was different. And he took a deeper drop. He hesitated before he even took his drop and let the wideouts get out there a little bit just so he could uncork it. And it looked like it was going to hit the roof. Look at the height on these throws.
Jeez.
I mean, just chucking it. It was definitely a show-off moment to show how big that arm was. Saw Lamar Jackson there in the background as he was walking back to the line.
Baby face Josh
Just a couple
Allen.
MVPs.
Okay.
Nice ball. Altmaier dropping it in the bucket.
That's nice, too.
That's a beautiful throw.
He just dropped it in.
Yeah, just turned it over beautifully. That one was a little flat. He's got to get that one up.
And they cheered for the missed throw.
Flat, and he took it to the middle.
Yeah.
Do you remember Joe Milton did this a couple years ago?
Yes.
The one that he might as well have thrown it into the stands. That
Anthony
arm was
Richardson,
incredible.
too, right?
Yeah, there definitely been some big arms here.
Daniels.
He's had a solid throwing session.
Wow, that's
Daniels
nice.
That's a nice throw. He's got a little something.
Fignano here.
little more air. Is that to Branch? It's hard to overthrow Branch with his speed.
Yeah, he put it out there on him early.
There you go.
Oh, that was almost an extremely difficult catch. Is that Barry and Brown?
Yes.
It's Jalen Green.
Yeah, just underthrow that one. Got to keep it on the court, as the coaches like to say.
See if throw 2 is a little bit better. So they're throwing it at our right.
There you go.
That's a better ball. Tell you what, Concepcion, for every time I've seen him, he's caught everything today. About focusing on his hands.
There you go.
Excited to see Ty Simpson spin it in this next group as well.
Yeah.
Got to get that one out there.
Okay, here's Aller.
He should be able to put this out there pretty well.
Yeah.
That was a flick.
This drop is interesting. I'd love to know the teaching point there. CD, watch his left foot when he takes his first step. It's that little cheat step.
It's a cheat step to get. I think it's a cheat step to open him up to whatever side he wants to throw the ball. I think that's been what he's taught, and he throws a pretty deep ball.
That was a nice one.
So far, Deej, not much crow hopping with these quarterbacks either. I mean, they've come back there and they set up and they throw it.
I tried to get back as soon as I could, and you'd see a lot of crow hop, and it was everything I had to get this thing out there.
DJ, I would have been back there like you hit the pistol on a 100-meter dash to try and get it out there for these guys.
I do appreciate the boos because I never have to look at the number to see who's up. I just know it's Beck's turn. Get that one out there a little bit.
Nice throw.
So there you go.
Put out there.
How about Jalen Daniels, guys? 4-time captain. I mean, we hear about guys doubling down, but 4 times?
Pretty cool.
Incredible.
That ball jumped out of his hands.
Overthrown.
Stacy?
Jalen Daniels said this week that being at the Combine has been a dream come true, that he has been dreaming of it since he was 7 years old, Rich.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
It's a good opportunity for these receivers too to show their ability to kind of gear it down when the ball's a little underthrown.
So hinge route, we're going 15 yards vertical, and they're getting to the top.
Here's Aller getting this one down there again. It's just effortless. He's got a huge arm. See his ability. See if he can get his lower half involved here. Sometimes he'll kind of hang back and just use his arm here. You can see that. Look, you see him driving that hip, fires, and he's able to get his lower body a little more involved.
Man of the hour, Talon Green, Arkansas quarterback. Look at this frame, people. I mean, who does your dad comp you to?
Randall Cunningham.
Not a bad guy to be comped with. Okay, so a record on the vertical, 43.5 for you. A record on the broad, which was 11.2. Take me through the vertical.
I've been practicing it for a long time. I got some great trainers in Orange County. Shout out Excel, shout out Saji, Kerr, Allen, all of them, Brock, all of them. And just getting me prepared for this. And, you know, they just said trust your training and let it fly and let it loose, cut loose.
Adrenaline is?
The best drug. That's what they said. Adrenaline is the best drug.
Yeah, kids at home, adrenaline's okay. Okay, so let's take a look at what you accomplished today. I'd like for you to take me through it. Here's your 40.
So the emphasis was the start. I knew my back 20 was going to be good. So just staying low and just telling myself just get out and run.
Get out and run is what you did. Here's your broad.
Yeah, broad. I was a long jumper my whole life, so I knew I was going to do pretty good in the broad and the vert. And the vertical, the goal was to see if I could touch all the way to the top.
But that's your best yet in your lifetime. That was your best vertical. Let's take us to the drills.
Oh, yeah, just trying to stay smooth, get my feet there, and open up my hips, especially to the left. And in 3D, we've been working on these routes since I first got there. So yeah.
Yeah. So here is the look your brother right here, Mike Washington. He ran a blistering 40. What do you think about those numbers right there, and just your brother?
To be honest, I'm not surprised. I've seen it since he first got here in the spring, and I'm just excited that everybody got to see it. So I'm definitely proud of him, and we're both, proud to represent Arkansas.
He was in tears. I was so happy. I know you were so happy. By the way, it's pretty cool. You weren't like a power forward in hoops. You were like a 2-3, which is a shooting guard.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stroke that thing. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm a shooter.
We're trying to find quarterback 3 out there, and you and I were standing behind the quarterbacks as they threw it around a little bit. Anybody really impress you?
Yeah, we had some guys who are trying to make that case, right? Carson Beck from Miami, Drew Aller from Penn State. Taylon Green has been spectacular in both the field work and getting to start to throw the football. So all these guys trying to get on the radar to be so-called QB3 behind Fernando Mendoza and Ty Simpson. And Carson Beck, he made a nice case for himself throwing the football today.
Yeah, and you know what? He is the first player to ever play the combine on the road.
Yeah, he really did, because playing University of Miami against Indiana in the national championship game, now he's back in Indianapolis with nothing but Hoosiers here.
Well,
they let him know.
Boo.
They let him know that they were here, even though they won the game. Those are some beautiful throws by him. And here's Drew Aller coming off injury. Remember, he had the broken foot and other injuries at the end of the season. Near the end of the season. This is his first time back, live audience throwing the football. And I thought he got more comfortable, Chris, as time went on. And with that comfort came confidence. And we started to see Drew Aller show off that big arm he's got. Timing throws started to come around, look at that, and then for the deep ball especially. Watch him turn this one loose. Bam.
He seemed to get more comfortable as the day went on, and let's remember, he did.
He hasn't been in front of a live audience in ages,
right, since
because
October.
of the injury during the Penn State season. But now look at him. He's locked in now. Okay, go ahead and show it off, Drew.
Let it eat.
Go ahead and let it go. Look at that.
All right, Taylon Green, a lot of this is about athleticism, and we've never seen a quarterback put together the type of workout that the Arkansas Razorback did. 4.36.40.
Yeah, 4.36 official. That was 4.37 that we had unofficial. It became a 4.36. How about the broad jump at 11 feet 2 inches, best by quarterback combine since 2003.
And don't forget about the 43.5-inch vert. Those two jumps.
43.5-inch vertical, Chris, at 6 feet 6 inches tall.
Absolutely incredible. The question with him is, how's he going to play quarterback?
And that's going to be the key. Consistency in throwing the football, hitting the open targets. And I thought today he had a very nice workout throwing it. And DJ and I both talked about watching him. And look, Terrell Pryor comes to mind because of the length and his athletic ability, but also Vince Young and the way he throws the football. Same thing, and here's Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, he didn't run the 40, but he went out there. He told our Stacey Dales, listen, I was disappointed with the 7 drops I had this year in school. I've got to concentrate better. How do you think he did?
Well, words matter at times, right? He told Stacey Dales that, so he put himself on the line, okay? He said, hey, I want to clean that up. He did nothing but clean that up during his drill work today. I can't remember a single time that he did not come down with the football. His concentration, if those were concentration lapses during the season, he had none of that today. Look at him locking it on the ball, essaying it in, and pucking it away. And once he gets his hands on the football and is able to turn upfield, that yards after catch is always going to be significant with Casey Concepcion. He does that quite well.
One of the other guys that could go in the first round is Denzel Boston. His measurements are similar to guys like Drake London and Teteroa McMillan. He did not run a 40 here, but the big receiver out of Washington certainly opened some eyes.
He certainly has, and McMillan, remember, Offensive Rookie of the Year last year for the Carolina Panthers, made a huge difference in their offense. Remember, McMillan had that volleyball background, so he knew how to go up and get it. I don't know if Boston has a volleyball background, but he also knows how to go up and get it.
Different dimensions for Zachariah Branch, but he is explosive, and he caught everything. Great workout for him.
A terrific field workout for him. The fast part, we all knew about. Let's see what the rest of it that comes along with it. No problem for him at all. Look how compact and muscled up he is. So when he starts to run routes and he's working out to the slot, if you want to jostle him, he's got the strength now to hold up against some of those press coverages, but you'd better get your hands on him, because if you don't, he's left you way behind. Look at him with body control there. And I think he got both feet down.
Sure did. Go get it. He also ran a 4.35 40. He was one of a half dozen receivers in this first group to run a sub 4.4 40. The all-time record for a receiver group is 10. We still have half the field to go, Charles.
Yeah, I think
that number broken.
I think that number's gone.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to confirm it when we go into this next batch. They'll go ahead and give it to us. But what I was really impressed with Branch, the way he caught the football, that was all hands, very strong in what he did.
All right, let's check out some more of the workout. The broads and the verts, they've been doing that right behind our desk as Group 9 is ready to do that. Skylar Bell, he's been getting a lot of buzz this week out of UConn.
Yeah, I told you earlier, I watched him early this season. I believe it was against Syracuse. That might have been the game where Fran Brown, the head coach of Syracuse, made his team run after the game because Skylar Bell was sensational. They couldn't stop him at all. I've called him a power slot, even though he's not a big guy, but he's strong and physical in there. And Deion Burks, can he fly? Absolutely. That translates with the vertical, and it translated to the broad jump. 42.5-inch vertical. He may be short in stature, but he's big in production.
Yeah, not to mention a 4.3 40. This guy was incredible. He's over 6'5", Jeff Caldwell. Look at the jumps.
And with guys who are sick, that height and that length, how many times, Chris, have we talked about guys like that we say they have build-up speed? That we see them, once they get rolling, it's hard to slow them down. That looked more like what Mike Evans did in his prime. Remember how Mike Evans came out and ran? We kept expecting, oh my God, did he just run 4.3 something? That's what we had here with Caldwell.
Yeah, among receivers 6'5" at the combine. He is the fastest, he has the best vert, he has the longest broad. It's pretty good.
And the longest legs.
And the longest legs. I know, you walk past him, you're like, my gosh, what does he do out there? Absolutely incredible. Still another group of pretty talented receivers and some quarterbacks, including Ty Simpson out of Alabama. We cannot wait for that.
Said he's... Close, but one cigar.
Was that Mean Joe Green earlier?
I believe it was, yeah. All right. Daniel Jeremiah, we've already seen Boston and Cooper. Now comes the portion of the groupings where Tate, Lemon, and Tyson. I mean, 5 of your top 19 are wide receivers. And there is Carnell Tate from The Ohio State.
And you see the dimensions there on the screen and the production, which is excellent considering how many talented receivers he's played with there at Ohio State. But this is what makes him special in his own right. His ability to beat press right off the line. He can do it with that quickness to get away and can really track the ball down the field. A lot of big plays over the top. Here he is attacking the ball again, the highest point. Look at him elevate here against Wisconsin and haul that one in. And then after the catch, he's slippery and he is fast once he gets out into the open field. Here's the route polish. They are so well coached. Their coach, Brian Hartline, who's now at USF as their new head coach, has done a phenomenal job teaching these kids. And there's the numbers. CeeDee Lamb has been excellent the moment he stepped into the National Football League. And Carnell Tate, I think he's a lock as a top 15 pick, maybe a top 10 pick when it's all said and done. And the fourth Buckeye of my top 9 players, by the way. I mentioned that for you, Rich. Here we go. Let's go from outside to inside. Tate is an outside receiver here. Mekhi Lemon from USC. He does a lot of his dirty work in the middle of the field. This game against Iowa, think about Kirk Ferentz, how long he's been there. Said it was one of the best games he's ever seen from an opposing wide receiver. Watch him go up and get this one, absorb the contact, and finish. Again, the ball's up in the air. It's his. It is not a 50-50 ball with Mekhi Lemon. Think about another former Trojan who could do some work in the slot.
Comps or something else.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is who he reminded me of. So, look, he's he's going to be high volume. He's going to catch a ton of balls, whereas Tate, maybe not the volume, but he's going to have the big plays and the high yards per catch and touchdowns.
Also, like Amon-Ra from USC.
Let's talk about the guys that are going to be spinning here in Group 9. Fernando Mendoza is a part of that group. He's down here on the field. He's been smiling all day, but we'll see him at his pro day with Indiana and the rest of his Hoosier teammates. So Ty Simpson is kind of the guy in the on-deck circle. And where he falls in this draft, it's going to be fascinating because there are 3 teams with multiple first-round picks that have different quarterback questions, right? You got the Browns at 6 and 24, you got the Jets at 2 and 16, and then you got the Rams, who we know they're great, but they are going to look for Matthew Stafford's eventual successor. So does Ty Simpson fit with any of those teams, and what are you watching?
You know, to me, he fits with the Rams more than anything because he won't have to play right away. Remember, we're talking about a young man who's only had 15 starts in college, had a sensational season with Alabama, but all things being considered, I would have expected him to go back to school. But I think he and his group did a nice job in understanding the quarterback field this year. You know, when we got Dante Moore going back to school at Oregon, Chambliss winning his case and going back to school at Ole Miss, he kind of locked into being what appears to be the number 2 quarterback. Good time to be that guy because, as you said, multiple picks. There could be someone in the back half of the first round that goes and gets Ty Simpson, and at worst, he's a second-round pick. But I think in this group, as we spin it forward, it's going to be interesting because prior to the season, take a look by the numbers. Yeah, Brock Purdy, that's a pretty good comparison for him right there, except for one thing.
The college experience.
The college experience.
Right.
Brock Purdy had, 43, 46 starts while at Iowa State and helped build a program. Ty Simpson, part of a program that you always expect to be great, gets them to the college football playoff in his 1 year as a starter. So both of them did a great job on campus, just not quite as long.
Yeah, well, he had 15 starts, and we know that the buzz number, if you will, is 20 starts.
It was Coach Parcells said. He wants a 3-year starter, captain, all that. We're not going to get as much of that anymore. But Ty Simpson with a chance to be the number 2 quarterback in this draft.
All right. We got more quarterback and wide receiver talk coming your way. We got guys like Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, Diego Pavia, and more. And don't forget about the receivers led by Carnell Tate.
Go 52, Chris.
Okay. Cole Payton. Run his 40. 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
Here we go. 4.65.
Yeah, you can ship me my cap and gown. I'm getting ready to run 4.65.
Okay. Back time ever. Ted Hurst.
He can run.
Starts us off.
He pulled
4.42 from Georgia State.
Very excited. Pete Carmichael's our new OC. Pete, those guys all watched him and they were like, man, I'm looking forward to working with him. So I think there's a new energy, and it's year 3, and we're going to hit the full reset with Keon. And Keon had a very good offseason last year.
There he goes. Bryce Lance, 4.34. Okay. I see ya.
He's got long speed.
Wondering why are people clapping? Here's Jacoby Lane.
He could be sneaky fast here for a tall guy.
4.48.
Yeah, it's a good time.
4.46.
He can run faster than that.
Okay.
Really roll.
Eric Rivers with a nice 4.37 first run. Second run. All right.
A little better.
Better start. Here we go. Chase Roberts. Chasing the stripe. 4.65.
Says I've done. You know, every segment of the way Josh wanted to compete. Going back to, he had the arm injury, and they didn't want him to play in that bowl game against Central Michigan, and he went out.
They all said, come here, you'll be the guy right away. Why go compete? He said, I'm just not built that way.
4.41. Okay, here we go. Carnell Tate. Hearing it from the Buckeye faithful. Convened in Indianapolis. the top wide receiver on Daniel Jeremiah's board. Running his 40. There he goes.
It's a little stumble. I thought they would blow it.
4.54.
Yeah, he stumbled.
Let's see, maybe he'll do it again.
I thought he probably been better off just kind of stop on that one. But he's not. He's faster than 4.54.
You love to see it.
Here's Cornell Tate. Better start there, right?
He didn't weave. Same
Runs
number.
4.54.
He's pretty slow. Probably wouldn't take him early.
Nice. One guy who is not terribly upset at seeing this 4.54.
You can't see up. They're not showing us in the booth right now, Rich, but he's got his burner account and he's tweeting out.
Did you see how slow he was out of the gate? The corner's going to lock him down.
Yeah, you should drop all the way to 26. If you had any thoughts about it?
That's funny.
That's fast for sure. 4.28. There you go. It looked it. Fans are cheering. 4.26. Okay. 4.26. We got a new clubhouse leader and a new member of the top wide receiver times of all time here at the Combine. When we come back, Brandon Beane of the Buffalo Bills will join us. Perhaps one of these gents that we've seen run in this group or the one before it will be the next Buffalo Bill. We're going to get confirmation when we come back. Lane with a nice run there. Brandon Beane's with us. We go to break with Simulcam. Just how far off of Xavier Worthy is Brennan Thompson? Have you ever seen a sub 4.340 look this slow in your entire life? That's what Xavier Worthy can do. We're back with more in a moment. We're in commercial break. Reggie Virgil. .458. Make it loud too, right? Should be louder.
Yeah, I mean our stadium was loud and it was wide open.
Right.
This should, you know, like Seattle Stadium should hold a lot of that in and should be really good. And like I said, I think when we all watch snow games, everybody tunes into those things. So
Jalen Walthall. Caden Weegan, everybody from Iowa.
Here we go. He can run. I was going to say we got a little Tim Dwight, little Iowa old school Tim Dwight action right there.
There you go. Off he goes. 4.42.
Way over there and about the goal line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So binoculars out, trying to see all these, but no, it's been good. I tell you, it feels like yesterday was fast too, and I mean all the way back to the linebackers. Like it's bigger, stronger, faster every year.
It's every position group has been the fastest at its position group ever. Let's take a look at the official 40s presented by EA Sports Madden. You can also see the projected Madden speed ratings for each individual. So Talon Green did take gold, as you could see right there. And for the receivers, Brennan Thompson's 4.26 and a 4.28 from Xavier Thomas.
Yeah, that'll get you a 97 projected Madden score when you hit the 4.26.
So there you have it. 2 sub 4.340s and a handful of sub 4.440s from the wide receiver group. Tell me about this kid from Arizona State that's in your top 15.
Yeah, he is an excellent player and someone who I have as the third wide receiver in this draft class. Has battled some injuries, some durability things. When you see him on the field, though, you can make a case he's as talented as anybody at the position in this draft. You want to stretch the field vertically, he can do that. Really, really smooth. Watch him get on top, stride it out. You want to watch him just kind of hang and levitate in the air. He does this all the time. He just kind of floats up there and makes plays. The strong hands to finish. and just snatch the ball and pull it away. He's got excellent hands, and I think he admired his own work there.
Yeah, I believe he was looking at it.
Taking that in and got caught.
Yeah.
But I would admire it too. He's got exceptional ball skills, and again, it's just his ability to kind of hang and float up in the air that's pretty awesome. This is our age-old yearly debate here. I like the Gauntlet. Get a chance to see these guys run right down the line. We got quarterbacks on each side of you. Get your eyes there. Stay full speed. Don't gear down. Pluck the ball with your hands and get to the next one. Puka Nacua, you make a case right at the tippy top as the best in the league. Watch him going through this drill. Full speed, doesn't gear down, everything smooth with his hands.
Nice.
You put him on the run, running down the line in a real game again. Look at the yellow line, right perfectly flat, and then pluck it and transition up the field once you get to the last ball.
End zone. I'm going to give you a
Sanjay Lal, the receiver coach for the Chargers, is going to explain the drill.
Catch a ball here, drop it.
Puka Nacua lasted to the
and
third
then hit
day.
it down the line. Your first catch comes
He's a
from the
third
right.
day guy.
Okay, what are we looking for? Straight line speed, no weaving.
Worked out pretty well.
You think?
And then clean catches. Once you get to the end, drop
he
your
wasn't
hips,
a freaky
bang
tester.
left, and run
He
through
didn't
those
have
two cones.
massive production
that's
at
your
BYU.
transition.
It was
I'll
good, but it
re-explain
wasn't
the drill
off the charts.
when we come back the
But
other way,
everything
okay?
he did well
who's up
is what
first?
the NFL game is about in terms of the play strength, the intelligence, the strong hands, the instincts and awareness. He was built more for the NFL game even than the college game.
Go.
Ted Hurst is the first Gauntlet runner.
Good start. Oh, I jinxed him.
Okay, now move over. There you go. Give yourself every bit. Go.
I had Ted just above Bruce on my Hurst power rankings, by the way.
Too much weaving, right? We want to stay in a straight line and go fast. Go.
Tell you what's a little tricky in that they've got the lefty throwing him the first ball, so you see the different spin on the very first throw and then turn around and immediately you get a righty.
Go. Good speed.
He's got good hands. This should be good for him at USC. Lane's got big hands.
Okay, slide over a little bit.
All right,
baskets. Here's Lemon.
Go.
Following his teammate. The first one got him.
How's the lefty?
Nice.
Stacy.
Nice job running down the line.
Slide over and back
Yeah,
up a
Brendan
little bit.
Thompson, guys, will be coming up here, the speedster out of Mississippi State. You saw him in that last 40. He was disappointed. He said he rolled out of it, which was why we saw the decline. But in terms of his speed, as we get ready to see him, he's acknowledged this week to us, DJ, he has actually had to practice controlling and pulling back his speed because it is so fast for quarterbacks to adjust to.
That's interesting. One of the things that's hard when you're that fast is the ability to gear down, change direction. It's just, when you're moving like that, that's a tough to stop.
Roberts.
Hey, CD.
Yes, sir.
Roberts, it was a two-part comp for me. It was an equal mix of Jake Bobo and the Downey towel guy. Or was it the Brawny towel guy? Yeah.
You just want to put him in a flannel shirt.
Yeah.
But how about Jake Bobo showing up in the playoffs?
Yeah, no question. Big touchdown. There's Surratt, getting a chance to see him out there from Indiana.
I'm eager to see what he actually runs when he does run.
As a player, he reminded me of a younger Alan Lazard. I'm telling you, the left-handed thrower as the first one in Cole Payton, I think, is a little bit of an adjustment for these guys.
Slide back. Foot in the white. There you go. Ready? Go. No, stop. You're always going to open to the field. Go.
Good finish.
Go.
Nice catch. Whoa, heads up. He started to weave too. Once that you get a little bit behind with that throw, impacts you on the next one.
Here's Walthall.
Slide over. There you go. Go.
Region.
I mean, I've never seen this many of the first balls dropped on this drill, and I do think it's just getting used to a lefty. It's just a different spin.
Go.
Nice grab behind him.
Nice.
All right.
Good finish.
Go. Go.
That was a nice
clip here.
Really good. All right, we can run through the highlights of some of those guys. Let's go to USC's Jacoby Lane. Great job. Watch him stand right down the line, running full speed. Everything's out in front of him. Doesn't let the ball cross his face. Nicely done. Here's Makai Lemon. Again, running full speed. I mean, just hugging that line. Good job staying in bounds at the end to get up. There's Surratt. Strong hands. Those back shoulder throws from Mendoza, a lot of them, and directed right to him.
Did you see some of the solids our editing department just did there?
They cut out the first one he dropped.
On a couple of occasions.
We might have a Trojan in the control room.
Edit on. Back in 2020, Justin Herbert slinging it around, three-coning around.
He's an excellent athlete for how big he is, and we know we can let it rip. Excited to see what that offense looks like this next year.
Yep. He's the apple of Jim Harbaugh's eye. May these quarterbacks be drafted by a head coach who loves them as much as Jim Harbaugh loves to pump up Justin Herbert.
That's a fact. All right, let's look at this next drill here. We got some sail routes coming up, so we're going to get a chance to see C.J. Stroud. We referenced him earlier about his combine performance, throwing the rock.
Stellar.
And here he is again, super clean footwork, get to the top. Just a perfect amount of trajectory. Nice firm ball right on that upfield shoulder. Here he is working to Nico Collins, same exact route and the exact same ball placement. When he is right, when he is confident and his feet are locked in.
Oh, here's Ty Simpson first up.
Nice ball.
He's having a good day.
Hey, throwing it good. He's got the best feet too in his dropping and his setup. That's a perfect throw. He's very mechanically sound. It's a nice ball from Klubnik.
I tell you, DJ, Klubnik is throwing it really well today.
Nice job. Oh, what a catch.
Great catch.
Yeah, he's done that a bunch. Jacoby Lane, he could put his highlight reel of his best 10 catches in college up with anybody. There's Lemon. A little flat, firm ball there from Baron Morton.
Again, McCulley just grabbed that. He's from here. Played for Indiana for 4 years. Actually was a quarterback there for a while.
I think they remember.
They do.
I think overall the depth of this group has been better than the first group. Don't you think, CD, with the quarterbacks?
With no question about it.
Nussmeyer's made some nice throws, too.
Yeah, they're in a nice little rhythm throwing it.
Oh, let's have some fun. Can we have some fun?
Yeah.
I know that, but wait till you feel what my idea of fun is.
Okay.
Number of quarterbacks taken in the first 2 days.
The first 2 days.
First 2 days.
So all the way through the third
We're
round.
signing off Friday night from Pittsburgh, PA. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Joel Klatt leaves us.
All right, I'll give you the number right now.
And then we hang out the rest of day 3. for Stump the Truck, Run Rich Run, Dogs Having Their Way. What do you got?
We got 5.
That's your number.
After the 3rd round, we have 5 guys.
Yes, that's 5 guys will be gone.
That's my prediction. But a long time from now. Do you want names?
If you're willing.
Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck, Nussmeier, Aller.
That's 5.
That gets me to 5 right there.
And is there a wild card? Because I'm thinking of one.
Well, Cole Payton, I think, can be a wild card in that mix. You want to talk about Arkansas?
Yes, I'm thinking that might
Taylor
be the wild
Green.
card where someone says, that's something great to work with. Let's take a shot right here now.
You don't forget the defending Super Bowl champs have Jalen Milroe in their back pocket.
I know. Well, you could forget it because you didn't see a whole lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's a 3rd rounder, wasn't he? He was a Friday night pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. They gave him some quarterback sneaks early in the year, didn't they? CD last year.
Early in the year, and that got shelved. And not, for whatever reason, they just decided not to go back with that anymore. But he did it.
Nice throw from Simpson.
No, absolutely. And to me, you see it with him and with Nussmeier. Their footwork's just a little further along.
That 2 deep throws. Very nice. Both 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, he can get that one. Maybe not quite as much air, and he'll even be a little bit more on stride.
Klubnik.
We've seen some good throws, but we show the Josh's throw. It's probably not fair to these guys to watch Josh let that thing rip. Not if you want to follow. That was better. See, that one wasn't quite as elevated. That was a nice trajectory on that ball. Baron Morton. Colin Cowherd, he's saying, hey, take that with the lid on backwards.
At Weegan, little Jet, isn't he?
Yeah.
Won the Jet Award twice as the top return guy in the in the nation.
Yeah, he can do that. Punts and kicks. 1 kickoff return and 3 punt returns for touchdowns.
Grab there.
He and Cooper DeJean both returning at Iowa.
Wow. Not too shabby. Nice catch. Here's Garrett Nussmeier launching one out there.
Started it off, right?
Perfect. Nice catch by Lane. Here's Ty Simpson. Hung up just a little bit. Get that one out of there a little bit more.
Well, this is the one that started it off.
Yeah, this was Hurst.
Spinorama.
Nice. Put that in the castle. Got different spelling. I know.
I got
it. Continued on that ascension with a nice combine performance. Pavia. There you go, nice ball. Wow, that's Cole Payton's best throw. Nice throw. He's got Jacoby Lane out there. Play action. He's got to turn his back to it as a lefty. And that's the only thing there with Lane, CD, is that, man, just get it anywhere on his frame, he's going to go get it. You got to give him a chance.
Absolutely. And we saw Lance's speed earlier. We saw it again on that last catch. He can get out and go.
Nice catch by Lemon. Lemon, it's been a little tough to evaluate him today. Just a lot of balls haven't given him a chance throughout the workout. That time he made
that one work, didn't he?
No question. Nice hands catch there.
Speaking of line of fire.
Is that you right down there, huh?
You know, I thought I'd positioned myself well. I failed geometry.
That's a perfect throw from Ty Simpson. He's had a really nice throwing session. I just love his footwork. I think it's so crisp and clean. When we showed the C.J. Stroud stuff earlier,
what a throw. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
The footwork is really, really good.
That was a hell of a throw.
Nice job. I don't think he spins it quite as well as C.J. Stroud. Not quite that arm strength, CD, but I just think everything he does is real technically proficient and efficient.
Almost a beautiful connection there.
I just think efficiency of motion for these guys has been pretty darn good today, where they know their speed, their rhythm, and they don't get outside of it. It allows them to be balanced and throw.
It's interesting to compare the previous group and this one. You had Aller and Beck with big, strong, physical-looking guys, and then here we have more of that 6'1" quarterback crowd. I would give the arm strength to the first group, but I think just the overall accuracy and efficiency and consistency with this group. That's a great throw.
Beautiful. Is that Morton?
Yeah, it's Morton's best ball.
Let's go.
Nussmeier really driving that one. Nice.
You can tell based on Stacey Dale's report, Nussmeier back to health. Being able to drive it that way, DJ.
No question. I'll tell you what, he got the cred kicked out of him too. Their offensive line was a little leaky when he was out there this year.
There was a lot going on that last year for LSU.
Yes, there was.
There's a lot swirling around to try and play through.
You think?
Just a touch.
Pavia. Cole Payton's a big dude, man.
I'd consider bringing back the single wing
nice
for him,
throw.
DJ.
Dude, he is tough. And his two best throws today have been on these long balls. He's had two really, really well-placed throws.
I'd make him a single wing tailback and go to work.
I don't think anybody wants to tackle him. What an adjustment.
That was nice.
He's had several. Young's had a nice day. You see Ty Simpson chewing the gum there, and he's going to like what he sees when he gets a chance to go back through this workout. Again, just real smooth, real flowing, real easy, nice transfer, ball's on time, get it out there. Look at his footwork. It's just no false steps. He's got his feet underneath him. Not going to wow you with his ability to power the ball, but it's enough. He's got enough arm to make every type of throw you need to make. Here he is again. Watch him off the play action again. Get to the top. Hitch. Get it out there. Nicely done.
Mr. Klubnik is a guy that we thought that we would be talking about maybe being in the first round when the college season started. Now it's kind of his redemption tour.
But I thought tonight he reminded us of why he was in that conversation going into the season. All right, I thought he was very accurate throwing the ball had nice pace on it. Look at where the accuracy and where he was putting it. So receivers running through the catch on that dig route. And then look at him to the sideline, gives it to him, gives a chance to get his feet down. I thought all in all, a tremendous day for Cade Klubnik. I know they got caught up in some things with Clemson in the season, and he got lost in the wash a little bit. But he's reminding us all, we had high regard for him before. People are going to be taking another look.
And when people are looking for experienced quarterbacks, you have more of it in this class than Cade Klubnik. 40 career starts for the Clemson Tigers. He's got enough arm, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, when we're talking about this, look, Ty Simpson right now appears to be the #2 quarterback, only 15 career starts. Klubnik, a ton of experience, started since his sophomore year.
Now Garrett Nussmeier, of course, his dad, the offensive coordinator of the New Orleans Saints. He's another guy that, very much like Klubnik, we thought maybe heading into this year there'd be a lot of first-round talk around it.
And another one who got caught in the trials of their season. LSU season just went up in smoke. He played hurt. Not many people knew about it. Even finished the season on the bench after with an interim coach. But again, reminded us of why we thought he was highly regarded going into the season. And you can tell he's been taking 3-step, 5-step drops under center since he's about 3-4 years old.
And the quarterbacks looked pretty good, right?
Good.
I know that people are kind of denigrating the class a little bit.
I think they framed it right. I think Ian did a good job. I hate saying that, but he did. He did a nice job of framing it as guys you can invest in. I don't know that we have those guys you're saying we're going to start this guy and roll with him next year, but we want to take a quarterback, and whether that's the second, third, fourth round, we saw with some big guys in the first group, the more accurate, maybe a little smaller package that we saw in this second group of quarterbacks. Interesting guys at the right time and the right price.
How many times do we hear it in the playoffs, certainly in teams that just missed the playoffs, if we only could protect our quarterback, if we only had the run game to go along with the quarterback. That's why a day like today is so crucial. Daniel Jeremiah, let's talk about those tackles that are out there.
It's a good group, Rich, and it's funny. A lot of folks, when they're watching those games in the fall, go, we need offensive linemen. Then you get to the spring, and these shiny objects like wide receivers. Oh, I think I'd rather have that.
Right.
Now, you can build up front in this draft, and you can do it with guys who have the versatility potentially to play outside or inside. Look at the top two guys, Maui Noah and Fanu there. And then you've got three more I think we're going to see come off the board in the first round, 5 of the top 29 players. When you get to Maui Noah, if you've watched Miami in their march to play in the national championship game, it was all about the line of scrimmage. We saw Ruben Bain on defense. Here it's Maui Noah on offense. Physicality, physicality, physicality. He can move you in the run game, and you can't get through his chest in pass protection. He's just too strong. And then Utah has been known as a place to produce offensive linemen. They're well coached, and they are very tough. They don't throw the ball a ton there, but they are going to run it, and Fanu is excellent at moving people in the run game. He's athletic out in space, and I think he has upside as a pass protector.
Yet the offensive line group that has the best prospect, at least on your draft board, the 13th overall, 11th, I don't want to downgrade, 11th overall prospect in your top 50 is an interior lineman, Olaivavenga Ioane from Penn State. Yeah, I'm hooked on phonics. Tell me about this kid.
Yeah, Venga, I think he's the best one, and you mentioned where he is on my list, but he's someone I think is plug and play. I think he'd be a Pro Bowler right out the gate. He's got strong, powerful hands, and he is a finisher. A couple other interior offensive linemen I think we see come off the board in day 2 there. It's a good, solid group. This is the one first rounder, though, and they use him in a lot of different areas. They use him, they'll actually put him out at some tight end. They'll let him move around, and once he gets his hands on you, you can ask Oregon how that ends. It is not a fun ride, and there's the finisher.
Right. And no matter what happens here in the Final Four in April, please know the most glorious dunker in this building this year is the guy on the screen. Jennings, dunker of Iowa. We're getting ready for big men to run. And yeah, flow.
Important part of the run is
Austin Barber from Florida is the first one out.
And if you're looking at offensive tackles, which Barber is for the Gators.
57 offensive linemen invited to the combine and all split into 2 groups. And that's the final day today. Berenson.
A little bit better.
I just cannot get over the size of this man. All right.
Much better.
How many times have you seen .14 sliced off of a 40? .503 from Besances.
Yeah, really good time for him. He doesn't have the ideal length, a little bit short arms, but you can watch the Miami game, and Bain would come in there and get some work against him. That was an epic battle with those guys.
Nicely done for Bowery. A little fist pump. Why not?
There. But these general managers I spoke with really believe you can get instant impact starters in the first round of this draft. Probably, I'd say a couple probably in the top 10. Plenty of good options to bolster the offensive line moving forward.
Interesting as a center in that 3rd, 4th round range.
Memphis, Travis Burke. Burton, who had the 40 lead for a hot second, lowers his time to 4.94.
2 excellent times.
Trying to cut it to the 5.07.
He looks good when he's running.
He does. He cuts into it by a half a
that was smooth.
thousandth. Fernando Carmona. Alabama had a good day yesterday.
Line.
Cage Casey. running on white turf, 5-2-1.
Crownover's got 35 3/8 arms.
Yeah.
He is enormous.
I mean, we're going to be having this conversation about Bain for the next 2 months.
I know.
Enrique Cruz of Kansas Jayhawks getting ready to go, and then in a few more runners, it'll be Jennings Dunker. And guys, I'm curious, do you think that Frank Crum is sitting at home just like Xavier Worthy when he's watching all the guys run the 40s? He's trying to compare the mullets. He doesn't want to give up the rep.
Person did take a seat, just in case you're wondering. J.C. Davis for the 5-1-6. Stacy?
Rich,
No,
he keeps
thank
coffee
you.
in his bag, Rich.
Good to know. Garrett D. Giorgio of UCLA is running here.
Plays tackle and guard. I think he's better inside.
Wake up, your cousin's running. There he goes. Jennings Dunker, 5-1-9.
Had his head down for most of that run.
Oh, he has to, otherwise it's aerodynamically improper. Cameras, right?
Yes, exactly. Here we go. There we go.
By the way, Spencer Fano.
Let's go. He's against. Good start.
Nice finish, too.
Yeah, he was rolling.
240. That was his goal. He was joking. He's extremely funny, you guys. He's going to be a great addition to a locker room.
Freeling improves on his time.
Watch the video. I can show you it's not just the size and the speed that he brings to the table. This guy's got some real upside. Talk about balance and pass protection. When he is on balance, he wins 100% of the time. In the run game, he can generate some movement here. You see his ability to latch, plays with good leverage, and create some movement. And then the combo blocks. This is what I love. Watch him get to the hip here, and then watch him redirect and get up to this linebacker. That's outstanding athleticism and movement. Again, the angles in space, excellent there. The athleticism shows up on the field. Here he is again, getting out to that third level, able to pick off a defender. You think about the athleticism, the size, remind me a little bit of what the numbers spit out here with Anthony Costanzo going back to 2011.
And he actually acknowledged, DJ, that it has come in handy. He's been in some compromising situations on the field, but falls back on that flexibility now.
Yeah, it's a great trait to have.
Same thing as listening to your mother.
Ben, he's smart.
Aaron in Maryland, 5-0-9. Now running a combine.
Good 10
nice split. Yeah. And a nice time. 4.91. That's tied for the best. The official 40s are in. And Fano and Ihanichor with the 4.91s. That
great times.
Timed, right?
It's the fast combine.
And then you got 5 more sub 540s as well.
Well, you got a up close and personal look at some of the big boys on future NFL Sundays. What'd you think?
Yeah, fantastic. And you're talking about athleticism on display as well as versatility, because Spencer Fano, we're talking about being one of the top draft choices, and we're talking about him playing tackle. There's also discussion, can he move inside to guard? And you know what else he's doing after he just got done with the regular field drill work? He's moved over to snap the football.
I thought you were going to say he was returning punts.
Well, he might be able to do that too with that foot movement. Look how light he is on everything that he's doing. They're about 300-pound men, not leaving much of a footprint in the snow. But when they get there and arrive for collision time, someone else is going to get moved.
Yeah, a 4.91.40, which tied for the best mark out of this first group. We had 7 guys clock in sub 5 flat. The guys are moving that.
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Pretty good.
I've been told by a running backs coach years ago that he tells his running backs to go out on the field and get around guys like him, Fano, and Vera Tucker, and let the ground shake underneath you so you get used to it when the game starts. But look at how that matches up well. And Vera Tucker's a perennial guy to be an all-pro when he is healthy. Fano, same type of athleticism.
You had your eye on the 4 Texas A&M Aggies that we were going to see today, and what'd you think of Chase Basantis?
Well, you heard our colleague Daniel Jeremiah say that Basantis not getting out of day 2. Likely 2nd, 3rd round pick and an immediate starter in this league. And you can see why. It's the movement skills. What you see on tape is what he also does when he moves people in the run game, protects in the pass game. Look how easily Skip pulls there and then gets upfield. And guess what? If you're the target downfield that's going to get hit after a 5-10 yard run, you're going. And you're going backwards and probably over. But look at him move. Look how he just slides so easily there. Think about a basketball player doing the wave drill and trying to defend. That's what you're doing there when you're doing against pass rushers.
When you're just talking strictly about the numbers, the comparison is Cooper Beebe, a guy who had never played center before he got to Dallas. Slide him on over.
And you move over, and you want all these guys to take these snaps and see if they can do that. Because if you establish a great pivot and the guy at the front of your offensive line, you're extremely happy. And speaking of guys who are going to move, Jennings Dunker was a tackle in college. Might be able to survive out there in the NFL, but I think he got a chance to be an excellent pro as a guard inside. That's where he fits so well. Look at him. The effort, without question. Nice change of direction there twice. When he turned upfield and then when he had the direction from the coach. Look at him on the pull. What do you say, guys? We want to get out of the way on that one, little business decision if he pulls and no one else is getting hit. I'd say yes, without a doubt. We spent a lot of time talking about his hair, but I want everybody to understand we're having fun with that, but the evaluation of him as a player, strong. He's one of those guys that, hey, get him going, move him inside the guard, he's going to make your team better.
And when you're talking about
you, but the hair is.
This
might be the best.
It's
hair
actually a shame the guy's got to play with
it's hard to get past. It's hard to get past the hair, and he has hair like the Undertaker in his prime.
Oh man, Taker.
Well, Brandon Scherf, who's had a pretty good career and was an Iowa Hawkeye.
And Brandon Scherf was, what, a top 6 pick in the NFL? I don't think Jennings Dunker is going to go that high. But if you're an Iowa Hawkeye offensive lineman, you are well schooled with a great chance to be a heck of a player. And this is the opposite of that because this is a guy that we found late in the process in Maxi Honachor.
Yeah, he's got to be the most fascinating guy because he did not play this sport until he was a late teenager.
Right, he got out of high school, junior college, the whole deal. He's one of those guys that, young man, you should be playing football. Remember, his family came to the United States when he's from Nigeria. And was he 13 years old? Nigeria to Compton. Compton to junior college, off he goes to Arizona State, and he has taken such great advantage of this run up to the draft. Stacey Dale's gave a great report about what he was doing with the team interviews, all the things he's doing, meeting with the media, soaking it all up and starting to understand that this process is working quite well for him because of everything he's done on the field. And now we're seeing even more. Daniel Jeremiah did say he might work his way into the first round, and that is not hyperbole.
Yeah, clocked in at a 4.91, which is pretty good.
Not real long, but good play strength. Ran really well.
Well, his head didn't really move. Nice run. It's an excellent, really nice run. There he goes.
Solid 10.
5 flat. Zabel last year to the mix.
Yep. I think that Blake Miller went breathless that whole 40 there. He held it all the way through. As we look at Micah Morris from Georgia. Great split. Great split. Solid time there. Again, the 10-yard split is the number you're looking for. A Ramsius receiver earlier?
The Ramsius receiver. And Stacey just detailed, I believe, to her right. Oh, that's an extra pounds right here. And here we go.
There he goes. Big man running.
He's got 11-inch hands.
Here he goes.
It's a smooth run.
Armajay Reed Adams of Texas A&M. Again, 13 Aggies here. Keelan Rutledge.
I like this kid. He is tough. One of the nastiest linemen in the draft. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Drew Shelton.
There you go. Senior Bowl as well. Slaughter is a center. I had him graded as like a 3rd, 4th round pick, and he's another one that's got a really good time.
Bo Stevens, another Hawkeye.
Interior lineman. Left guard. Tell you, I don't know about what's our pace car situation for you here, Rich.
Earlier today?
Not one. We've had years though where we've had significantly slower than that.
I know. One of our really good players blew his knee out over the weekend.
Oh, jeez.
5:02.
First 10, he's ready to roll.
Yeah. Gorsuch might have a flight to catch too.
Let him go.
I mean, how many times have you seen people just jam their arms back and go, get the whistle? Logan Jones ran a 4.9 flat. There you go.
Fantastic time.
And Lomu got under 5. So guess what?
Are we going to tell me that this was the fastest?
The fastest group. Yep. The quarterbacks in this quarterback-driven league are the only ones at this combine that couldn't do it. Come on, QBs. Almost. Maybe next year it'll be 8 for 8.
Earlier in the day, we saw his Utah running mate, Caleb Lomu, in the second group. What'd you think of his movement skills? Because that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, because if you're going to play tackle, you got to be able to dance with all those guys who are flying off the edge, who bring power off the edge, and movement skills. And Caleb Lomu talked very, very openly about how proud he was of not giving up a sack against his quarterback. These are the types of guys that you want out there that are saying, not on my watch, you're not getting to my QB.
It'll be interesting to see where he ends up. One of the top tackles that's available on the board this year. But
yeah, and you know, with he and Fano, both of them, do you wonder, do they move inside as well and get work done? And I know that Fano took some snaps at center after all of his drills were over.
And was proud of it.
And was very proud of it. But look, you mentioned the Seahawks. Look at this.
Yeah, Abe Lucas is a guy that, he's battled injuries, obviously, throughout the start of his career. But when he's been healthy, he's been the opposite side of Charles Cross. He went in the 3rd round, but he has been a steady player for the Super Bowl champion.
Steady and got paid this year, too.
This is the best lineman right here, according to Daniel Jeremiah, on his top 50. And he didn't run the 40? Fine. You saw it with the movement skills. He's mean, and he can do just about anything he wants.
He's a guy that you just do not want to get in his way when he does any type of a pull like that and greets you in the hole. It's a bad reception for you on the other side. All right, yep, protect your guy, get out and move that way. Bottom line, though, is he is going to move people. At the line of scrimmage, what did Russ Grimm say? Being a great offensive lineman is the ability to move a person who does not want to be moved from position A to position B, totally against their will. Venga does exactly that.
Well, Kevin Zeitler is a former 1st-round pick, and what a heck of a career he has had. He's played with multiple teams, but man, oh man, the measurements equal.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get that sort of play. That's a great career.
You give Kevin Zeitler's career, you take it right now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and his bank account, too.
Definitely his bank account, and his longevity and durability.
He was pretty much a starter day one when he got to school, more than 50 starts. What do you see out of him?
Well, you saw movement right there, which is terrific, right? But you also have a toughness element to him, and he's going to get in there and battle you on each and every snap. Look at him with the nice little pull to the corner. How'd you like to be a running back on a toss play and have him escorting you, coming down the line of scrimmage and blocking people? I know one thing, Clemson went through their share of struggles last year, didn't have the season that they wanted, but it wasn't because of this young man. And he's going to probably be a 1st-round pick to play offensive line in the NFL. Look how easily he moved and how he stays square with all that. See him push off and go. And remember, when you're hitting someone and pushing off, you're trying to make sure you stay balanced yourself. Don't get knocked off your own feet.
Yeah, I don't have much advice because I didn't play NFL football, but I would just say stay out of this guy's way at 352 pounds. I mean, it's amazing that we're the same species as him. He just is enormous.
Just doesn't seem right, does it? And he's an Iowa kid, right? We always talk about Iowa offensive linemen who come out of the school there and how great they're going to be. Iowa kid who got away, went to Alabama, was a freshman All-American, and talked about transferring back to Iowa. In fact, he did for a very short time, never played a game there, and then went back to Alabama to finish out his career. Consistency is just going to be the key for him. If he's consistent and on his game, to me, he fits the Detroit Lions so well. It's almost central casting if he were to end up there.
Yeah, he made 39 starts at Alabama. Emmanuel Pregnon, he made 51 collegiate starts. Is he a plug-and-play guy?
I think so. Look at that size. Look at the physique. He's also going to be a guy that you're going to say, okay, If we are a team that's what we call gap scheme, and we just want to move people, take a look at him.
Yeah.
Absolutely going to get that part of it done for you. But remember, he's played at Oregon, so he understands the necessity for speed, quickness, and movement skills, because that's what Oregon is built on, has been for a while, and continues under Dan Lanning. But you look at that frame, that physique, that much play time, the number of snaps, which means he soaks up a lot of things, different for different fronts, different ways defenses throw things at him, twists, stunts, all those things. He's had a lot of time on task against all of it.
We talked a lot about Caleb Lomu.
Okay.
And
look at all that getting in the air. I mean, my goodness.
What do you look for when we're talking about, because they're not going up to catch a pass here, so what are you looking for as an evaluator?
Listen, when you go 9'5" and you are 300+ pounds, I mean, you're talking about some explosiveness, right? You talk about coming out of there, firing out of a stance, and being able to knock someone back or off of their mark. 32-inch vertical, that is awfully impressive for a guy that big.
Yeah, 317 pounds. Pregnon, we just saw how easily he moved in the field drills.
9'3", that's another good broad jump for Pregnon. I mean, look at this, 35 on the vertical from Pregnon. We are getting some very explosive, strong people that are showing up here.
Caleb Tiernan.
Hey, don't sleep on Northwestern lineman. Peter Skoronsky coming out of there is developing into a very good guard for the Tennessee Titans. And look at this. He went ahead and said, Pregnon, I see you're 35. I'm going to add a half-inch to it. That's better.
So we say farewell to this group. And farewell to perhaps one of the greatest mullets we've ever seen here. Is this mullet memory lane? Is that what we got going on right here?
We got a little hairband going.
Oh, Mahomes is in the mix? Okay.
Joe Tippmann, nice.
Fano's in the mix now. And I don't know how you can top this ginger mullet from Iowa. Oh, my goodness. I don't think we're ever going to be able to unsee what we're about to see. What do you think? What's your analysis? I mean, I want your straight-up analysis.
I will say this is the first time in my entire life I've referred to Rich Eisen as blue collar.
Hey, my collar is blue today. What does that mean, man?
Oh, here we go. Let's look at the comps here. I mean, that is phenomenal flow across the board there. You see the arm length there. Rich, I had you at 29.5. I thought you got shorted. But
by the way, I appreciate the extra half inch on the height.
The NA?
My two sons would be like, that is not my height. And I appreciate the N/A. Because that information is available, but just not from me. Oh, baby. We got the shampoo and conditioner all-in-one version of the Combine when we come back.